What? Oh my God!
Oh shit!
Holy shit! Oh my shit! God! What?
Oh shit!
Fucking kidding me!
Wait! Ah,
Is it a joke? Is it a joke?
Did it!
ah,
They just
Oh my God! Oh my God!
holy shit!
oh,
Josh, stop throwing your table, all right?
shit! Nathan
Oh my
Rupert! Drew, you fucking called it! Drew, you fucking called it!
Did I fucking
You
tell
fucking
you?
called it!
Did it!
What did I
Oh,
fucking tell you?
What did Drew fucking tell you, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. We are here live, early edition of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your brother, franchise player, Double B Bad Blood. I am joined by the one and only chemical guy himself, the mixologist himself, Mr. Chemical Julian. Your boy, one half of J&J Security, your boy Josh James. Welcome to a special edition of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast, WWE Monday Night Raw recap. We're still live. We're still watching it.
we never stopped.
Man, ladies and gentlemen, it's the biggest night of the year. Fuck WrestleMania. Tonight after WrestleMania. It is 2 nights after the return.
It is the Monday after Punk.
Yes, right. That's what we're gonna call this, the Monday after Punk, ladies and gentlemen.
Monday after. Yep.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. The Monday after Punk. Welcome to the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. Woo, boy, this show already. Drew McIntyre lost his goddamn mind. I love it.
Good. You know what? Like everybody who's been a champion, you should desire to be champion again. Plus, he already said he was pandemic champion. That didn't really count.
He ain't never lied.
Yeah.
And he put Brock Lesnar out the Rumble. I mean, come on. He lost a hassle in the castle. Feels bad about that. He had to sit there and sing songs with Tyson Fury.
That was so stupid.
That was dumb. That was dumb.
I hated that.
Drew said, "Where's the link?" I sent Drew the link to his personal Facebook.
All right. We got a women's
go.
match.
Women's tag team match.
Oh, you said it. I have to bring it out. I am the real women's tag team champions right here.
Josh, if somebody gets hurt because of you tonight, god damn it.
Hey, it's not my
So
fault.
is Chelsea Green supposed to be dressed like M. Bison?
I mean,
Possibly.
Chelsea Green can get it.
M. Bison
Yeah.
in the tutu?
Now you over here smacking people's butts.
Hey, did her wrestling moves just zip
Hey,
up the back or what?
No, I'm not. I'm just a proud
Oh,
champion.
look, it's El Stoner.
He missed the cold. He missed the opening.
I wonder how many of those hats she has, like how many different colors.
Oh, who knows?
El Hijo del
Who cares
Stoner.
about some fucking opening? The show doesn't start until I arrive.
Do you guys realize that the shit that Piper Niven is wearing is like Awesome Kong's
Awesome
old gear?
Kong. Yeah.
Yes.
Drew,
Drew.
you're wearing the best in the world T-shirt. It's got some horrible background.
I broke down and I spent the money to get the new CM Punk shirt.
Nice. How much you spend?
We're not going to talk about it.
You spent enough. You're a grown man.
After-
You spend your own money.
After shipping and tax and everything, it was like $40.
Oh, she says Chelsea Green.
You know, I should have bought a phone for my boyfriend instead. That would have been smarter.
Oh, there we go.
I love you too, Taekwon. Thank you.
I'm joining a podcast and I don't even have my microphone plugged in.
That sounds about right.
Okay, so I want to
Yeah.
say something
About
Pop,
Chris.
about how I had to cut off my penis. No.
Whoa.
Congratulations.
Whoa. Hold on there, buddy boy.
Wait, what?
Listen here, Ryback. You can't fucking take that
Wow.
shit back.
How do you know I didn't cut it off? You want to see it?
Yes, show it right now.
I knew it.
Hey,
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 Gage.
like I cut it half off. And
Just make sure you turn your camera off first.
Hey. Look, I'm gonna cut it off as soon as Ryback retires. So look, I want to talk about something.
Oh God.
I want to talk about the elephant in the room. No, not you, Josh. Calm down.
Okay.
God.
I know I'm horrible. CM Punk returned on Saturday. I'm sorry, spoiler alert. CM Punk returned on Saturday.
Yep.
Our reaction, I think, was just as epic as the return. Like I've watched our reaction video like 20 times since then. It's fucking amazing.
You know what? I'll shoot from the hip and say it's probably the thing I have watched the most of anything that we've ever done.
Me too. Just because out of nowhere, like 1 second, blood somebody eating pastries at a fucking press conference. Next thing, I'm just fucking losing my mind. But okay, so a lot of times in the past, I have compared AEW to WCW in good ways.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people forget that outside of those last 2 years, WCW wasn't this train wreck like everyone's making it. Everyone likes to act like WCW's entire run was a train wreck.
No, it was not.
In all honesty, it was the last 2 years there was a train wreck.
Yeah.
Before that, WCW was not a bad product at all.
When Vince Russo was really kind of taking charge towards the end,
right,
and the whole Big Bang thing and the New Blood and Hogan, and it was just
too much.
It got too. You know how DC Comics kept on doing a crisis every couple of years?
Yeah.
They're doing a crisis like every.
Well, the thing was like nothing ever made. There's no rhyme or reason or whatever what Vince Russo was booking. He was just throwing shit against the wall, and Russo proved that without Vince McMahon being a buffer, he can't book compelling television.
Like,
he proved that it doesn't matter what kind of genius you have. You need someone who one knows the business and two can be your filter, and three the buck stops with them. Mm-hmm. And like when you watch the Behind the Ring or the Vice TV stuff, or even when you listen to Vince Russo talk, like blame and I wasn't in charge, but I was making this happen. It was if Eric Bischoff didn't want that to happen, it wouldn't have happened. So he was really the boss. And Bischoff's like, I wasn't even there.
Right.
I was fired at the time. What are you talking about?
Mark, when Vince Russo put the world title on him.
Sadly, yes. But so, like a lot of times, and me and Matt Hardy actually even had this conversation in Philadelphia at a convention.
You dropped something.
Oh yeah, I know. I'll pick it up later. I'm going to drop a few more, so I don't want to have to keep picking them up. But me and my longtime close personal friend Matthew Hardy.
God.
We're sitting next to each other at the convention. We're in the superstar section. Right.
Am I the only one without headphones?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Way to segregate yourself, Julian.
But anyways, continue your story.
Julian was like, I'm hanging out with the poorest tonight.
Yeah, no. Me and Maddie, that's what us close personal friends call them. No. But like we're sitting there talking about AEW because this is after he joined AEW. Obviously, he's doing a convention,
right?
But he was saying, it's like WCW in that there's finally competition to WWE. And Taekwon, I think you kind of missed the whole point of that. I don't know who he's talking about. He's talking to Blood.
You sinner.
I think he's talking to Drew because Drew had his headphones on.
No, he's talking about you, sinner, because of the things he says. See?
I love you too, Taekwon. But me and Matt were talking about how AEW is feels like WCW in a way that it's true competition for WWE. But these last few weeks and since Saturday especially, it's coming very close to reminding me of that late era WCW. Just with the issues in the locker room, and I mean, QT Marshall walking away. A lot of people hate QT. It is what it is. Like a lot of people, he gets a lot of hate on the internet. But QT Marshall is a big part of AEW behind the scenes. Like
Vice
QT
President of Talent
Marshall,
Relations, head trainer at the Nightmare Factory, all that shit.
QT Marshall was like one of was the glue that helped hold AEW together. And he was kind of, and he was a neutral, I guess, source in the locker room for the locker room between, because you got your EVPs who are obviously they're all buddy.
Yeah.
You have Christopher Daniels, who is in that little California clique with the Bucks. QT Marshall is kind of like the neutral guy between the office and the locker room that could kind of be that mediator between people that were agitated or, angry at how the Bucks and Kenny were handling business. And more the Bucks and Kenny. I think Kenny stepped back a lot from a lot of EVP stuff, and I think a lot of the heat's on the Bucks in the locker room. But QT was kind of like that middleman between the sides of able to kind of keep peace within AEW.
You can't do that forever.
No, and with him being gone, yeah, I'm not going to be one of those fucking the ship is sinking, AEW's dead. I really hope not. I enjoy AEW, and I like having that alternative to WWE. But man, Tony Khan needs to step up, and Tony Khan needs to be a boss.
So
a boss.
Once Raw is over, we're going to talk a little bit about what can AEW do to salvage their current situation. And I've got a couple ideas, and it's nothing new. We've talked about it before. I think the major difference between WCW towards the end and AEW now is that towards the end of WCW, Vince Russo was just he was just killing the business, and for whatever reason, he thought he was doing good and thought everyone else was dropping the ball, but it wasn't. It was him. I think in this case, to some extent, at least the Bucks have gotten off TV for a while, and at least they've taken a step back. And granted, I think it's because they don't want low ratings to be blamed on them. But if they can keep their hands out the business and let Tony Khan figure out how to run the business, then then they can do good. They can stay afloat.
I agree with you, but I disagree. And I'm going to tell you why I disagree. The Bucks are the reason why we're in this situation right now with CM Punk being
You are correct.
The Bucks are the reason why the ratings are so fucking low right now. The Bucks are the reason why people are leaving. Cody Rhodes left. He doesn't want to admit it, but he left because of the Bucks. He left because the Bucks wanted to do things the way they want to do things, as opposed to running a business.
That's all speculation. I mean, we can't say that's why Cody left.
Cody all but said it. The reason why Cody left is because Cody wanted to run storylines to build the company on stories. The Bucks wanted to book fucking superstar matches with no substance. That's the reason why. The Bucks wanted to put the belts on themselves. The Bucks wanted to hype themselves. The Bucks wanted to make their group the only group that mattered on TV. When you got guys like, I know you're gonna fucking say you hate these guys, but the Dark Order, guys that have been there from day one, busting their fucking ass. The Dark Order was the only team in a trios matches that were undefeated.
Fucking dime.
They were undefeated. You know why they never drew a dime? Because they kept getting sacrificed to Kenny and the Bucks.
Because they kept getting sacrificed. They never drew a dime because they're never able to get over.
And now they have
plenty of opportunities
in the Dark Order
anywhere near the elite.
The real
got over.
Let's be honest, really honest. The reason why the Dark Order is where they are right now is because Brody Lee died.
Yeah.
True that.
If Brody Lee was alive still right now, running the Dark Order would have had a massively different outcome in AEW the past 3 years. And it's unfortunate that it worked that way, since ironically, Brody Lee's widow works for the company. So you'd think that would, make them still feel like, they had the Brody Lee Appreciation Show was
All about
just
the Dark
one
Order.
of the most beautiful shows I've ever witnessed in wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't, which is like a theme that we've seen in the last few years. And I think people were even talking about today on Twitter with the MJF injury, which is like another whole thing that we have to talk about later on, for the AEW part. There is and this is a Tony Khan problem, 100%. There is a problem with booking stars and keeping them at the same level consistently versus, oh, wow, Wardlow is really hot right now. The whole crowd is cheering for him and they want to get hit the Powerbomb Symphony, whatever. And they are doing this. And then the MJF thing happens and Wardlow is gone all of a sudden.
Randy Orton with the yeet, by the way.
Yeet.
Yeah. There's so many people in AEW who have had start-stop pushes, which is really unfortunate because that makes you think, oh, well, there is another person that famously would start-stop push people where everyone would consistently say, that's not the right way to do this. Rusev Day just got organically over, and then that got over when it wasn't supposed to, in Vince's eyes, and was not treated the way it should have been. And there's so many people in AEW, unfortunately, that's happening to. Not that not being punished for getting over organically, but not capitalizing on their organic overness.
Well, here's the problem. And this has been the problem with AEW since day one. Tony Khan has a shiny new toy problem. And that is what has hurt AEW and stopped guys that are getting over from getting the spot they deserve. Because they're not Tony Khan's shiny new toy. Like Adam Cole, when he first came in, shiny new toy. Did amazing things. Bryan Danielson, fucking straight to the top. Since then, what have they done? Adam Cole was injured for a while, so you can't really blame that on Tony Khan's booking. But at the end of the day,
Bryan Danielson too.
Yeah, and Bryan Danielson too. Like when Miro came in like shit, anyways. Look, he came in as fucking, the best man for Kip Sabian. That was never gonna fucking get over. So
CLCB, thanks for following.
But like Lance Archer came in like a fucking monster. Lance Archer and could have literally had an amazing feud with Moxley over the AEW title.
But instead,
it would have been realistic if he beat Moxley for the title. Lance Archer could have been AEW champion. But instead, after jobbing to Cody, they just forgot about him. And
sadly,
hell, look at that match he had with Moxley for the U.S. title, for the New Japan U.S. title on Dynamite. Amazing. Imagine if they had a whole fucking feud with Jake on the mic. Fucking Jake Roberts and Moxley going back and forth on promos.
That's my point. That's exactly my point. When you got guys like, and it's only because you got guys like the Bucks and guys like Kenny and guys like that are sucking up the spotlight, that all these great guys are getting a spot. Look, we talked about this earlier in private, but you got the Righteous with Jake the Snake Roberts and fucking
Lance Archer.
and Lance Archer. Dude, that right there the Righteous. That could be a fucking monster group. Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, here's the thing, and like
I don't know if I can. Let me just say
Kenny
this really quickly because I'm gonna forget it if I don't say it. Is it that the Bucks are soaking up the spotlight, or is it that they want the spotlight on the people that only they like?
They're soaking up.
That is my point.
That's what
they're not they're not soaking up the spotlight because honestly, Kenny hasn't been around the main event scene. The Bucks had their little.
Bucks haven't been tag champs for over a year.
Right, they had their little thing with FTR where they went, had that little 3-month feud over the tag title. but they're putting people in spots on the
That's what I was
card
gonna say. Let me
that are
explain
friends
that part.
with them and not, fucking people that deserve the spots.
So here's the thing that and I see it because I've been accused of it myself. Booking guys and putting guys over that are your buddies, that are in your clique,
Correct.
whatever, whatnot. I've even been accused of that. And let me explain, like, from my point of view, the realness. I put guys over that put asses in the seats.
Mm-hmm.
Not guys that just because they were my friends that got put over. My brother-in-law didn't get put over. He didn't put asses in the seats. You know what I'm saying? If you put asses in the seats, look, CM Punk, over 71 million people viewed all
That's
across
crazy.
social media platforms, his return. Did AEW do that? No. You know what they did? They fucking put the emphasis on fucking Jack Perry and the Bucks.
I mean,
Can you
no.
imagine?
Now,
Can you imagine?
Let's not do a fake narrative like that.
Can you?
When Punk came
are you
into
kidding?
AEW, they fucking put all their energy into Punk.
Yes.
Let's not put this fake narrative that the Bucks and all them
Until there
were.
was an issue that someone didn't like. Instead of being businessmen and fucking working, because we all work somewhere in our lives. We've all been around somewhere in our lives that we can't stand a motherfucker, but a paycheck is a paycheck. If it's good business, do good business.
Yeah.
CM Punk left WWE's, vowed to never go back there again. Fuck everybody there. Fuck this, fuck that, right? But money talks, bullshit walks, and you see that bullshit has 71 million fucking views
Well,
because they
here's the
put their
thing.
personal shit aside for business.
Here's
Doing
the thing.
business is doing business.
Here's the thing. Punk, in one of Punk's promos with MJF, he said, "You're going to realize the grass ain't greener on the other side." And I think Punk realized that. I mean, AEW, he thought was going to be this fresh start. And he thought, it's a, upstart company, this young talent. But then he realized the WWE machine knows how to run a wrestling company. AEW right now you can't say that about it.
So here's the thing, and there's a couple things that we're kind of missing out on. Number one, AEW is a new company, and they are years behind in terms. I don't care who your workers are. I don't care who you've hired. In terms of a business, they're years behind where WWE is.
Mm-hmm.
And for them to expect to catch up to them and we're going to take over WWE in 3 years is ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you had MLW say the same thing. You had TNA say do the same thing. In fact, for a while, you had Impact or TNA just like, yeah, we're going to do the Monday Night Wars. Yeah, no, you're not. Sit down. You've got plenty of other independent promotions. You have ROH or had ROH, and I think AEW really promised a whole lot that they could actually deliver within a fixed timeline. Right. And you know how fickle fans are. Fans will be like, you said you're going to beat WWE in 5 years. Oh, you ain't done that shit. You're full of shit. But whatever. Second of all, the Bucks, and if you remember early on with AEW, before they had AEW Dark, before they had AEW After Dark and at night or where the fuck it was, kind of like they really built AEW around being the elite. Like, if you really want to know what was going on in AEW, what some of the storylines were, you had to watch Being the Elite because they leveraged it around themselves, because they saw themselves as some of the founding fathers, them, Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes. Those are the guys who founded the organization. So, hey, you should be looking at us. We should be your stars. And that's, if you're booking the matches, you shouldn't be booking yourself if you're booking the matches, you shouldn't be booking yourself in the high profile ones. Like, you need to sit back and let other people do the job and let other people make the money.
Right.
Next thing is, everybody has forgotten in professional wrestling, you never say never. I don't care how much shit somebody talks. I don't care how many fuck yous Vince can drop dead, suck a dick. Whatever you say. If how many of you guys remember that night when Eric Bischoff walked out onto Monday Night Raw as the new general manager?
I remember that very well.
Remember when Warrior came back to go to the Hall of Fame? Superstar Billy Graham came back, and people always want to say, "Oh, they just want that Legends contract." Okay. Business is business. Right. You think there's a downside for Vince? You think it's Vince doing charity? No. There's upside for him, and there's upside for the dude getting the check. There's an upside for somebody getting that WWE Hall of Fame ring. I mean, it's a win-win.
Bruno
it beats-
Sammartino shocked me because I thought he was never going to go come back into the WWE in the Hall of Fame.
It's never say never. Sure as shit. If Triple H called Ryback tomorrow, he'd pick up that fucking phone. He would be at SmackDown.
Oh yeah.
Fuck that dude. I don't care what he says. That is exactly what he would do.
And what I can say that I respect about even Vince McMahon, which is it's hard to say that you respect anything about him these days. But the one thing that I could always respect about him, at least, is that he was always willing to put a feud aside with anyone and do business with them.
Correct.
Oh yeah. And look, the Matt Hardy fucking the Matt Hardy fucking Edge Lita thing, bro.
Yep.
Even that, they were like, "Yo, I know you guys have hurt feelings. I know you guys are heartbroken and shit, but yo, this is money. Let's put that shit aside and make
We're gonna
money."
make an angle out of this.
So my point earlier about the Bucks is that Kenny was okay with it. Kenny, even Hangman Adam Page was okay with it, but the Bucks would not do fucking business. So because they didn't do business, the biggest draw in their company was like, okay, peace. And now that biggest draw left their company and came to the WWE where he said he would never come back. Why? Because he knew it will be fucking box office, big time money, big time media. Dude, in the last 48 hours, every social media, every fucking the news, Sports Illustrated, all this shit. CM Punk returns to WWE.
UK.
Hell has frozen. Yeah, hell has frozen over.
But you know what? What I just to back up a little bit, the real problem here is you have the Bucks in their position of power, not wanting to do business, and then you have their little friend Jack Perry, who's like, "Oh, those are my boys." So I'm a little yappy dog, and I'm just going to run my mouth and do what I want to do and say what I want to say. Okay, he did. Now where is he?
Exactly.
Well, here's the thing.
Exactly.
Where is he now, and where's Punk now?
Here's the thing. So when Punk returned, the Bucks knew that they couldn't do anything. Basically, they couldn't do anything.
No, they couldn't do
but
shit.
They knew how to push Punk's buttons, but they knew they didn't want to get their asses beat. So they weren't going to be the ones to push his button. But they found, the little gopher, well, like Jack Perry, to go do their dirty work for him to push fucking Punk's buttons and agitate him. They knew what they were doing.
You know what's gonna happen? Guys like Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson and guys like fucking Edge, they're gonna see that shit and they're gonna get pissed off, and all the niceness is gonna go out the window, and they're gonna fucking leave too.
Well, let's look at the locker room right now. It's falling apart. Let's just be honest. It's falling apart. You got guys that do not want to be there. Malachi Black has made it very clear he does not want to be there. Andrade has made it very clear he does not want to be there. I mean, if
they're making it clear. They're making it clear without making it clear.
Right.
It's like there's just their behavior on social media and on TV at times is like, oh yeah, you definitely just want to be released so you can go back to
guys like Ricky Starks.
Malachi dropped CM Punk's name on Saturday during Collision.
Oh yeah. And it's funny when we talk about this and we're like, yeah, this is what they want. This is what they want, and we're not fucking wrong. Like we've been talking about this shit for months. As a matter of fact, I posted on Twitter and I posted on Facebook a show we did the night CM Punk, the last time WWE was in Chicago and CM Punk went to apologize to all those people. We all said it that night. By the end of the year, CM Punk's going to be back in WWE. He's tired of the shit at AEW. And we said it. We predicted it. We all talked about this shit. And why do we all agree to that? Because you got kids who don't want to do business. People that want to do business are going to do business. But this whole thing between Seth and fucking CM Punk, bro, let's just call it what it is. WWE, me and Julian talked about this earlier. WWE is not going to let somebody say some shit like that on TV unless it's part of the fucking story.
Here's the thing. And I said it Saturday. I said it even before Saturday. they have been planting the seeds for this Seth Rollins CM Punk feud
for years
since 2019 when CM Punk came back for Backstage.
Yep.
And he was toying with the idea of coming back to WWE.
Yeah.
They've been planting the seeds since then. They've been building it up since then. Seth said a few weeks ago in an interview that, you know, he respects Punk because Punk helped him, Ambrose, and Roman get their foot in the door. He said he'd 100% work a program with Punk because it would be money. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is.
I don't know if Orton is selling or not, but he's been grabbing that left arm a lot.
Yeah, I saw that.
Also, this should have been a fucking squash match.
I was about to say, is Dominic handling? If I were Dominic, I would take this picture right now where he's choking out Orton.
Yes.
And
Yes.
put it over my bed.
Right.
And I'd be
That's my profile pic for life.
Right.
Yeah.
That
Seriously.
time I choked out Randy Orton.
But, you know, with AEW.
He doesn't seem to be favoring his arms now. So like,
Yeah, no.
No, he is. Even that clothesline is still favoring it. That fucking power slam though is fucking.
I love it.
Orton looked like he about to nut.
But you know, people shit on WWE all the time when guys ask for their release and get denied. You know, if they don't want to be there, you know, they should, you know, let them go. Why would you want someone there? You know, with WWE, they have a stable locker room. At AEW, you have people, you know, but I do believe if someone doesn't want to be there, let them go. Just let them go.
So here's the thing: when someone gets released, are they just paid out till their contract runs out? Like you're just sent home?
They're paid for 90 days to sit at home.
Oh, okay. So you're paid for 90 days. So
Right.
if you were to ask me for your release, I'd be like, no. Now, if you want to cancel your contract in 90 days, I'm not going to pay you to sit at home. I'm not Eric Bischoff. I'm
Well,
not
here's the
Turner.
thing.
I'm not AT&T.
Well, here's what it is.
I don't care if you're working Level Up. I don't care if you're parking cars or working catering.
So the 90-day thing is what's called the Rick Rude clause. And that's simply because
they're gonna fuck with Jelly Roll.
That's because Rick Rude showed up on both Raw and Nitro. So, and that's when the 90-day thing started. And that's
Jelly
basically
Roll's
so
big
they
ass
pay you to sit at home so you can't go anywhere else for 90 days.
Correct.
So that way you're not taking what WWE invested into you and letting someone else profit off of it right away.
Correct.
So you get paid for 90 days to sit home. Oh shit. Ooh, what's that smell?
Did you see that? He
Yeah.
said, "Ooh, what's that smell?"
you guys just saw that now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm like 30 seconds ahead of you.
He fucked him up on that commentator table.
Right.
What's this Jelly Roll guy anyway?
I'm going to continue.
He's a rapper.
He's a rapper.
Country rapper.
Never
yeah,
heard a single thing of his. I'm
He
sure.
Dom got worse in prison. That table didn't affect him.
He's
Where
like,
is that
I'm going to
going?
keep on doing this till the table breaks.
Right.
My table was supposed to break 5 minutes ago.
He's like, that table's going to sell for me, damn it.
But like, so
Oh,
AEW
goddamn
is
it. Don't drop him on his head. It's not going to do nothing.
right.
Wow.
Man, he's
Broke the
gonna rip
ring.
the ring.
Broke
Right.
the ring.
But AEW's locker room is obviously not stable right now.
Mm-mm.
So if you have guys that don't want to be there, let them go.
I agree.
I mean,
A
there's
lot
no
of guys.
point.
A lot of guys will go too.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah. And I think that goes with both companies. Both companies.
RKO.
If someone doesn't want to be there, WWE, AEW, wherever, let them go.
Is this for the North American title? Can't be.
No.
No.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Can you imagine? Randy Orton's North American champion.
Goes to NXT.
But
I bet Raw's got an overrun tonight.
I would
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to see Randy Orton versus Trick Williams.
so
That'd be
right.
cool.
So to what Julian was saying earlier about AEW saying they're going to compete with WWE within 3 years, the problem AEW has from day one is 1 second.
Uh-oh.
I can tell you the problem AEW had from day one.
Oh, I
That was such a crazy pause.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like the problem with AW is me.
It's Tony Khan. It's Tony Khan at his front door.
Yeah. He's
Tony
like, what the
Khan's
fuck did you just
Talking
say?
shit. You talking shit. Tony, you keep my
Oh,
name
look,
out your mouth.
CM Punk has the thing on his door. Yeah,
You got a
okay.
Goldberg sign.
Wow.
The Young Bucks
No,
Super Kick Center.
Oh,
My
I'm
whole
gonna refresh my drink.
My whole thing is this. The problem with AEW not being that, because AEW had opportunity.
They did.
They really had an opportunity. If they would have just stuck to the format that they had when they started, they would be able to compete with WWE. Like they will be able to compete with WWE, and that'd be great. But instead of competing with them, they're trying to be them. And that's the fucking problem.
Yeah.
That's that right there in a nutshell is the problem. When they stop being AEW and start being WWE light, that's when they fucked up.
No, it's not when they fucked up, because you know what? WWE has a formula that has made them the biggest company in the world. So
Yeah,
being
their
WWE light isn't an
formula
issue.
works. No, but their formula works because they work their formula.
Right.
AEW didn't. AEW was like, oh, we want to be just like them, but we want to say we're not like them.
Right.
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's talk shit about them,
But-
and let's say we're not going to be like them, but then do the same shit, and then complain about the shit that they do.
So you just made a major point.
It was the first hour hater, not the last hour.
It's there's a reason why WWE keeps the competition's name out their mouth. It's free advertising.
Yeah.
I don't want you thinking about the other show while you're watching my show.
Yes.
I don't care about what they're doing. I don't care about if they're up, if they're down, if their show sucked, if they beat them. Oh, that'll put asses in seats. None of that stuff. This is you're watching this show, and this is the only show you need to be thinking about.
Julie and I talked about this with fucking Eric Bischoff and fucking those guys when they were like, "Oh, if you guys are tuning in to Monday Night Raw, you're gonna see Mankind become the WWF champion." What happened?
That
Motherfuckers were like, "Oh, really?"
And that is and that right there is where the Monday Night Wars took a turn. Because now people were like, well, wait, Mankind's gonna win? Click, click. Let me tune in next week to see what else might happen.
Here's the issue with AEW and the real issue. And it's been their issue for day one, and they say, oh, in 3 years we're going to be competition, whatever. The problem is they've never put the right people in the right positions. Not just in front of the camera, but behind the camera. Christopher Daniels, head of talent relations, no problem with that. Great pick.
Mm-hmm.
Bucks, Kenny, any active wrestler as an EVP, horrible decision. Fucking Jeff Jones as their social media guy, horrible decision. The Bucks' fucking spouse as the fucking merchandise person. Go to an AEW live show, look at the merchandise. Go to a WWE show and look at the merchandise.
When I went to AEW, when we went to AEW, I went to go see their merch, right?
It's horrible.
There was hardly anything there.
They got like 5 t-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I will
two of 5 are AEW branded shirts.
Right.
Yeah.
So WWE has outsourced their merchandising to that group called Fanatics.
Right.
And that's why you have Sami Zayn socks and Jey Uso sliders. But
here's the thing. PWT does the same thing.
Yeah.
PWT has socks. I'm wearing a pair of fucking CM Punk socks right now from PWT. Like the PWT has this stuff.
Shirt from PWT.
And like the problem, the thing is like you were outsourcing your shirt. It's not hard for AEW to call up PWT and be like, hey, we need this, this, and this to take on the road with us. You run 2 shows a week.
And here's something else. Bash in Berlin, August. This is next August.
All right.
WWE said, we don't know how good the seats are.
Okay, everyone's going to have to be quiet.
Yeah, we got to, yeah. Music's playing for me now.
Here we go.
And here he comes.
Bash in Berlin.
The merch.
He really does look 10 years younger.
He does.
For sure.
They have to be selling those punk shirts at the venue.
Yeah, I'm sure.
WWE has the better stylist. They're like, grow your hair out. Quit looking so fucking old.
The signs.
Hater said rating prediction for tonight. I'd go 2.8 still, like I said in the chat.
I'm gonna go 3.
I thought you were going to be conservative.
I want to see how he does versus Monday Night Football.
I'm gonna go ahead and say a solid 3.
Yeah. He really does look younger.
Okay. How much money did they just make off this motherfucking merchandise?
Jeez. Who knows?
I'll say at least 200 grand.
He was the top seller in AEW by a long shot.
Oh, there's lots of anticipation for this one.
Do you think anyone's going to come out and interrupt him at the end?
Oh, there's a very interesting sign in the crowd.
I see it.
You saw it?
I didn't yet.
Yeah, the Crimea River.
Yeah.
Fuck AEW.
I'm home.
I'm home. That was some Dusty Rhodes shit.
Tony Khan? Well, he said, you people.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds a little similar so far to his debut in AEW.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Is it our straight edge savior?
A wise man. Paul Heyman.
The wise man.
The wise man.
Hmm.
Maybe she was pregnant. Except
Let's get it.
just don't get hurt, brother.
Yeah. I want AJ Lee to come back.
Hmm. Huh.
It's crazy. He hasn't been in WWE for 10 years.
LA Knight, yeah.
Oh, that was a funny line to end with.
Not here to make friends.
I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money. That's the fuck we've been saying since day fucking one. Ladies and gentlemen, our point has been fucking proven.
That promo did not have the CM Punk energy.
Let me tell you what that promo had.
Whoa.
Actual facts.
Whoa. Before you step all over my toes, I'm only wearing Crocs. Don't break them.
Wow. Step on those toes real quick.
So that promo had a lot of truth in it, but it didn't have that CM Punk pizzazz that we've seen the last 2 years in AEW.
You mean a pipe bomb?
Just kind of Punk wasn't Punk in that promo.
And I'll tell you why.
Oh, I know why. I just wanted to point it out.
He didn't come out and shit on AEW the way that Tony Khan was like, "Hey man, go out there and shit on WWE. Come on, here's a pipe bomb. Go do a pipe bomb again."
All right.
Pipe bomb's been done. Pipe bombs. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
The point is, I'm here to win. I'm here to compete. I'm here to be champion, and I'm here to make money.
You know the crazy part about it is, you're right. You're right with that. He's here to make money, but he also said, and I quote, "A lot of people in the back are happy to see me."
Yep.
A lot of people in the back shake my hand. A lot of people in the back kiss me on the mouth. A lot of people in the back are happy that I'm here, except for a few. So that right there was a dig at fucking Seth Rollins, but it was a dig at starting a feud, making money. That right there should be the key to this whole conversation. Because like we've been saying, ever since the Bucks and Kenny and Hangman and Page and Tony Khan and all that other drama and bullshit, what do we keep saying? Dude, put your personal grievances aside. Go make that money.
Mm-hmm.
Simple.
Do you think this is going to lead up to like CM Punk finally getting that WrestleMania main event that he's been craving?
Oh, absolutely.
I agree.
Yes.
They have, well, especially now that they have 2 nights. Oh, absolutely. He's going to get his main event.
I think in retrospect, fucking he went to Triple H and was like, "Hey man, look, all I want is my WrestleMania fucking main event, dude. I'll come back and I'll do this. Just give me the main event at WrestleMania. And he was like, "Fuck it, okay."
No, I don't think that was a conversation they had, because I think that would have been a red flag to Triple H right away, that he's gonna walk if he don't get his way again. I don't think Punk demanded a WrestleMania main event. I think all Triple H offered him, and all that's ever offered in WWE, is opportunity.
So I kind of disagree with that, and here's why. Number one, Triple H is in the position to make that happen.
He is.
Number two, that was one of CM Punk's like major gripes when he left, and a gripe's a gripe, and I called bullshit on that, because I was like, dude, you faced the Undertaker in one of the hottest feuds, because Paul Bearer just happened to die a few weeks earlier.
Right.
You're up here puppet mouthing the urn, talking about, oh, my Undertaker, and I was like, dude, Taker's gonna kill this dude. Taker's gonna beat him worse than he beat Maven. Like, I couldn't. That match couldn't happen fast enough. So, was it the last match on the card? No, technically, it was not the main event. But much like Macho Man Ricky Steamboat, they weren't the last match on the card either. But I'll tell you what was the main event of that Mania.
That match.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and and of course, anytime the Undertaker had a streak match, it was co-branded as a main event. His thing is he wanted to go on last. Okay, fine. Now, is he going to gripe if he goes on last on Saturday instead of Sunday? I don't know. But however, one, Triple H is in a position to make it happen. Number two, it's money.
Mm-hmm.
It is it's printing. The FBI might as well kick their doors down for counterfeiting dollars, because they are printing their own money in the back.
Counterfeit bucks.
And that's what's going to happen. So it's not like Tyler Rex demanded to come back and be the main event.
First of all, Tyler Rex doesn't exist anymore. It's Gabby Tuft.
Well, fuck it then, Serpentico. Psst, I want to be in the main event. Psst. Let me go shoot my jizz over the ring. Psst. I mean,
being like, look, I'll come back, Trips. But
this is CM Punk talking about. I just came back. By the time Mania rolls around, the only big pay-per-view you have before that is the Royal Rumble. It's still going to be fresh. People are still going to be hyped. And it's going to be in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is a crazy-ass wrestling town.
Oh, especially for Punk.
They're going to eat it up. So
do you think Punk's going to win the Rumble, or do you think they're still going to let Cody win it?
I think Cody will win it.
I don't think Punk's going to be in the Rumble.
Yeah, he'll just challenge him, and Seth Rollins are just going to have their feud lead up to Mania. And I see nothing wrong with that.
Here's what I'd like to see, honestly, on this road to Royal Rumble. I would kind of like to see the same formula they did with Punk in AEW when he came in. I would like to see him. No, I mean, no. When he first came in, they didn't fumble. That's the thing, though. Like, revisionist history is one thing, but they didn't fumble CM Punk when he first came in.
No, they didn't.
No, Punk actually came in and did what I was wishing and hoping that he did what he would do when he came. CM Punk came in and worked his way to the top.
Yeah, and I would love to see, on this road to Rumble, I would love to see him at Rumble versus a young talent versus, fucking.
No, not a young talent, because the fans will be like, "Oh, he buried him. He buried him."
You know what I mean?
Oh, God, he's buried.
Young by WWE standards. I mean, I don't want to see fucking, CM Punk versus fucking Undertaker at Royal Rumble. Like,
I should hope not.
I don't want to see CM Punk. I don't want to see CM Punk versus Ric Flair at the Royal Rumble.
Oh, God.
I want to see, CM Punk versus fucking Chad Gable. CM Punk versus, someone on the right. Fuck, CM Punk versus Cedric Alexander.
You know what? Let's go ahead and give a rub to let's give a rub to Throwback. How about CM Punk versus Braun Breaker?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
No one wants to do that shit.
I don't want to see that. CM Punk versus Lexus King.
Oh, God. No one really wants to see that.
I would love to. Oh, my God. Can you imagine the amazing promos between those two?
No, I can't.
I know.
I can imagine one of the promos.
Lexus King is a fucking charisma vacuum.
Carmelo Hayes versus Punk would be good. But I can't wait. This is just me personally. This is just my fucking wish list. I can't wait for LA Knight and CM Punk to promo battle each other.
I can't wait to see that too.
You're a punk, yeah, dummy. AEW, dummy, yeah.
Like this. So when Punk came to AEW, there's a lot of matches I had in my head. Like, oh my God, this would be amazing. Punk and Darby, Punk and MJF. With this WWE roster, though, there's not like that list in my head like I had for AEW. I mean,
versus Jinder Mahal, best of the world versus the best in the third world.
Oh, Jesus Christ. But like, if you think about the WWE roster compared to the AEW roster when Punk showed up, there's matches in AEW where like, I really want to see this because AEW does focus more on the in-ring side of wrestling.
Yeah.
So you had guys like Darby. Oh my God, that'd be amazing. Even Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks, his shit with FTR before they joined up. Like those were matches where we're like, I really want to see this. Or that'd be a great match. But there's no one really in WWE that I could be like, oh man, I really want to see them and Punk together in the ring.
There's a few that I wouldn't mind seeing.
No, I mean, there's matches I wouldn't mind seeing, but there's no matches I feel that captivate like some of those dream matches in AEW. The thought of them did.
What's the question? I was like reading Twitter reaction to that. What was the question?
So, like, when Punk went to AEW, there's a bunch of matches, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to see this. Punk Darby, Punk, Powerhouse Hobbs, Punk Starks. Like, there's a lot of young, fresh guys in AEW that I cannot wait to see them get in the ring with Punk, on the mic with Punk. Punk MJF was like a fucking huge dream when he first showed up to AEW, just for the promos alone. There's no one in WWE that I'm like, can really like, thinking about them being in the ring with Punk excited me. Like it did when he showed up to AEW.
What about Punk versus Dominic Mysterio?
Well, you know what the problem is? I can tell you what the problem is.
I care about that.
I think, in my eyes, based off, like I'm going to the roster page right now, based off of everybody on the main roster now that I can think of, he's kind of faced them all already.
That too.
In a sense. I mean, well, so who was not on the main roster his last day in the company?
Oh,
Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens.
Ooh, Punk Owens would be good.
Yeah.
LA Knight. Did we mentioned, I think.
Did we ever get Punk Owens in ROH before Punk left?
Let me see.
Was Owens even around then?
I don't know if he was.
Let me see.
Oh no, that was back in 2005 when Punk left. So yeah, he wouldn't have been around yet. Maybe he would have. I forgot how long fucking Kevin Owens has been in WWE. Jesus,
I know what is around. You play Marvel Strike Force now. You download the game using my link. You can reach if you reach level 5, 12, and 20. You can support this stream. So go ahead and click on that link, guys. And
a new matchup.
Marvel Strike Force, yeah.
A new matchup in WWE for CM Punk. Just crazy to think. Would be CM Punk versus Bobby Lashley.
Yeah. But that match doesn't have any appeal to me.
Well, yeah, right. I'm just saying like a new
CM Punk versus CM Punk versus Solo Sikoa.
Even that match, it doesn't like. I guess
CM Punk versus Chad Gable.
So that would be interesting.
I'm at the D's right now on the roster page. And I haven't seen one person yet I'd be interested in.
Right. Here's the thing. AEW, and the problem is AEW, like I said earlier, focused on in-ring work. AEW has amazing workers. WWE has great sports entertainers. And there is a difference. And
CM Punk versus Damian Priest, maybe.
Oh, CM Punk versus Finn Balor. That I would like to see.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So here's the thing.
Versus Gunther.
Wait.
Interesting.
What if we had the return of the Straight Edge Society?
Oh God.
I love that gimmick.
Punk and AJ Styles. I wonder how AJ feels about Punk. Punk pretty much called him a racist on Twitter.
What? Did you say AJ Styles?
Yeah.
He's a punk.
I mean, Punk basically
Call him
called
flat
him a,
earther.
yeah, he called him a
Flat earther.
racist on fucking Twitter.
Where is AJ anyway?
He's injured, I think.
Oh, poor guy.
So here's the thing.
Light one for the homies that ain't here.
That's
Oh,
what
wait.
I was doing.
Yeah.
Here's-
Something that's definitely going to happen within the next calendar year is CM Punk versus Logan Paul.
I thought you were gonna say the Miz.
That'd be good.
Ooh, CM Punk versus Tozawa.
Shut up.
Wow.
Ooh,
CM Punk versus Walter.
Almost.
Now you're on to something. Now you're on to something.
CM Punk versus Kane, the guy that got rid of him.
Hey, remember how Punk put the Shield together?
I know that's not going to help.
Mhm.
What if he reassembles 3MB?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Calls him the straight edge band.
So here's the thing. Like, so back to the AEW, you know, the dream matches in AEW compared to WWE. I think the thing is with WWE is that people that are in WWE feel like they're established. Because WWE, like it or not, is the top of the wrestling business.
Yeah.
Dude, being in WWE right now is kind of like working for DWP for 15 years. Look at Kofi.
Yeah.
Kofi's like, look at, I'm sorry. And they just both happen to be black. I was going to say, look at our truth. I mean, our truth is like, they're like, Truth, what, you still here? He's like, yeah, dog, I just got one more year till my pension kicks in. And everyone goes, pension? What pension?
My bad. That one's on me.
My bad. I didn't mean to tell y'all about that.
But the thing, like, AEW is full of young guys.
CM Punk versus Von Wagner. I mean, come on. We're all dying for that, right?
CM Punk's knees wouldn't fucking hold up to go to sleep on that big Mongolian ass head.
That's why he's not going to wrestle JD McDonough.
Right. But like AEW is full of just young guys waiting for that big break. And I think that's what made CM Punk matches with them so compelling compared to WWE, where you have guys that have made it to the promised land, more or less.
So here's the thing. And I think this is what people really forget about. I mean, CM Punk really came up through the ranks, if you will, paying his dues, going through the indies, like Bryan Danielson, you know. And Punk spent a lot of time in Ring of Honor and had a hot time in Ring of Honor too. And so he's trying to show these younger guys like, hey, you can make a career out of this. But A, you got to pace yourself. And two, here's some other advice or some things that I learned along the way and some mistakes that I made. Let me kind of help you, avert some of these landmines so you can get a nice long paid career out of this. And especially because Tony Khan bought ROH and he wanted to see, he wanted to see these companies stay afloat, if not excel. But that didn't happen. Someone was like, oh, here's that old guy coming in here talking about, oh, back when I was your age, I used to, and so the Bucks were like, fuck this dude.
Ric Flair?
Yeah, Arn Anderson, Jake the Snake. Well, I mean, Jake the Snake's like, oh, I used to do a lot of crack and snort cocaine off of whores' asses. But I think the Bucks were like, okay, we don't want this dude, telling these kids, what they should be doing, how they're doing. We don't want him getting too much influence. He's a big name. He's a big influence. He could have had Tony Khan's ear, maybe a little bit too much. And then maybe the Bucks were like, okay, yeah, that's why we got rid of Cody. This dude's got to go too. And I don't feel Punk was there to book himself into the championship or to make himself bigger than anybody else. I truly believe that he really wanted to help people because he wanted to see this fledgling company grow to be real competition, not flash in the pan overnight competition, but real long-term competition to WWE. So WCW has their 83 weeks. Much respect to that. But where are they now? I mean, MLW has managed to stay afloat all this time. TNA has managed to stay afloat all this time. And WA has managed to stay afloat all this time.
They got good booking, though.
AEW has all of the assets. They have all of the talent. They have all of the funding and the income, or they used to have the income to keep them afloat, to keep them solvent, and to keep them as a strong number two. And the platform. And the platform. TNA would kill to be on TBS. And I swear to God, dude, if TNA were on TBS or on TNT, they would be doing gangbuster numbers because it's a good show. It's a good show. Yeah. And if it had a better platform, thereby having better production, because Turner wouldn't be like, all right, well, put these 1080p cams on, they'd give them 4K cams. I mean, they would make the production that much better. If TNA had the same production exposure spot that AEW has, they would be kicking a whole lot of ass right now. That is the only ingredient missing. And so just by sheer luck, happenstance, knowing the right people, AEW is in a better place than TNA is because TNA has been around longer and they've got a solid ass roster.
Yeah.
Yep.
They've got a solid ass roster that's been around for a while. They haven't been playing hot potato with their characters. And so all that to say,
Julian is right. Julian is right about all of this, and I'm gonna tell you why I agree with you, Julian, because I think AEW is doing too much. I think that's what the problem was. They're trying to do too much. You don't have the right people in the right positions like WWE does. Like they have the right people in the right positions to make sure, they have agents that aren't working matches. And I, as a wrestler and someone who booked shows and ran shows, I gotta be honest with you, bro. Trying to put your match together, trying to agent 4 other matches on the show, make sure that the gate is good, make sure the TV is good, make sure this is good, make sure no one goes over the time. That's a lot to do. So, for someone that has everyone in the right positions will be able to work really good. NWA is still trying to find the people in the right positions. Impact Wrestling, going back to TNA, you're right. If TNA was on motherfucking Turner Network or if they were on TBS or whatever, dude, they will be a really good fucking show because they have the right people in the right places at the right time.
Hey, what's up, Armando? No, what's going on?
I don't think he knows. Julian, you're not muted.
He is now.
No. Okay, so let's talk. So I've been really glued to this other monitor looking at the online reaction to what we all just witnessed. And it's kind of 70-30 negative, I want to say. And I have to say, I didn't really like it that much. And, I wasn't I didn't know what to expect with that promo. But if I had to, it's funny because while you guys were talking and I was looking at the reaction, something popped into my head that made me go, oh, wow. That line from MJF rings so much truer now more than ever. If you were to give this promo a rating, I give this rating a PG. You remember he called him PG Punk?
Yeah.
Back and forth. This was a very PG Punk.
Yeah.
And it was a very in my eyes, I'm not speaking objectively, of course, because this is subjective. But I think that may have been the first, if I were to ever picture CM Punk on weed, that I think was CM Punk on weed.
And so Drew's basically saying the same thing I said. This promo did not feel like a CM Punk promo.
It felt scripted.
It didn't stir emotions like CM Punk promos usually do.
I think the expectation was something different.
Yeah.
I wasn't going into it thinking that he was going to say "fuck Tony Khan" and all these AEW. I'm sure some of the people on Twitter were expecting, which is why they're so negative to it.
I think there's something in the separation agreement between the two sides that they couldn't talk bad about the other, because Tony Khan's been very quiet. And CM Punk has been very quiet.
Well, you guys also got to think about this too.
There's
CM
probably
Punk-
an NDA.
The first thing CM
And
Punk
not
said
them.
was, I've grown up. I've changed. Right? So of course you're gonna get a PG Punk. You're not gonna get a guy that's gonna go out there and be like, fuck you, fuck this, fuck this. But
not yet, at least.
Yeah. I'm about to say what you're getting is the CM Punk that's settling in.
Correct.
Let him settle in, let him get his fucking feet wet, and then let him decide, yo, am I gonna be scripted like I was before? Or am I gonna, and it was already said that he doesn't have the creative control he had in AEW.
I feel like
I
feel like we're not going to get the old CM Punk back promo wise until the road to WrestleMania. I think on the road to WrestleMania, they're going to turn it up 100, and Triple H is going to just hand him a mic and say, "Go do what you do and make me money."
Correct.
Yeah.
Triple H is smart.
It is possible.
Vince wasn't smart enough to do that. Vince is a control freak. Triple H.
Except for the pipe bomb.
But Triple H knows the business, and Triple H knows what people want to see.
But also
the marks.
I mean,
does Triple H really know the business? If he said on the press conference that only a few months ago he found out what Joshi was.
Yes,
does he really know the business? If that,
he knows what makes money in the business.
So I feel like I had this thought. So when I got home and I turned on the WWE Raw, and I hadn't done that in many months.
Well, first of all, just thank you for clarifying you turned on WWE Raw.
Thanks for watching.
If you just said Raw, I'd be so confused what you were talking about, like porn. Go ahead.
I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult.
I was going to say he hasn't responded.
Right, he had to think about it. Like, well, have you been looking at my browser history?
So I turned on Raw and I watched Randy's promo. The shorter show. Right. Like, oh, this is a really good segment. I'm enjoying this. And Rhea Ripley came out, and I really enjoyed the back and forth. And then
Daddy's home.
I like that line. That was really good, personally. And and then it went to the back to the tag team turmoil group. And this big guy that I'd never heard of or seen before in my life pops in, and everybody starts doing something called a jelly roll. And
jelly roll.
And I saw Tozawa do this weird fucking dance. And then I said, all right, I've had enough of this. And I didn't watch any of the show again until the women's match before Randy.
Wait.
And then
you stopped watching and then went to the women's match?
Well, it was just because it was what was on when I turned it back on. Okay. It wasn't like I was looking forward to it or went to it specifically.
Did Tommaso Ciampa look like Spike Dudley to any of you? Because he sure did to me.
Yeah, he does. Yes, he does.
And I have to tell you, so I was talking to a good friend of mine on Twitter before I turned on the show. And I said to him, when CM Punk was fired, one of the first things I said to him was, in AEW, one of the first things I said to him was, I don't even know if CM Punk could get me to watch WWE if he showed up again.
Wah, wah, wah.
And after watching the first 20-25 minutes of Raw tonight, and then watching, well, you know what? Even before the promo, hit the CM Punk promo, after the jelly roll, is my microphone fucked up? Is that why Taekwon's saying that I sound weird?
No.
Do I sound weird to you guys?
No, that's just Taekwon.
No weirder than you usually sound.
Thank you.
It's just Taekwon being Taekwon.
Well, yeah, he's a jerk, but that's okay. We love him.
I love you, Taekwon.
Well, you two have something going on, but anyway, Tozawa did that jelly roll dance. If that's
No,
what it's
no.
called,
You're
right?
really stuck
No.
on the fucking Tozawa.
No. But I'm telling you.
Tozawa was doing
Honestly,
his own thing. It's called he's just being nasty, just getting nasty. Ooh, Tozawa, you getting nasty. Jelly rolls something different.
I turned off the show, and I said, I was right. Even CM Punk couldn't get me to watch this shit full time because this is sports entertainment.
Yes, it is.
And it's just not my brand anymore.
And they never said it was anything different.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying that I tuned in thinking it was going to be something else, but with the CM Punk promo now, I just am not this vibe. The way that WWE presents wrestling is just not my thing. It's just not something that I can get into weekly
It's not
anymore.
for everybody.
You know, and for that reason, there's a section of wrestling fans like myself who gravitate to AEW specifically because that's not the booking philosophy of Tony Khan.
Okay, so that's a perfect jumping point for us to go into what can Tony Khan do
Wait.
to salvage what he's got.
Wait a minute. Before we get into that, there's one more return promo tonight that I feel needs to be talked about because it was the best return promo. Better than Punk's, R-Truth. When he was back there with Judgment Day, and he's like, I heard y'all need a fifth partner for War Games. And they're like, that match happens Saturday. And he's like, oh, how'd I do? That was the greatest shit of the night.
And
I'm so happy.
Drew is like, what the fuck?
I'm so happy to see R-Truth back. In
Yeah, I mean,
WWE.
just a comedy from R-Truth. I don't ever want to see R-Truth wrestle again. But just him randomly popping up in the back is gold.
They really found what works for him, and what
I saw him wrestle once, and that was last year when Monday Night Raw came back to Portland. It was on
True?
he was on main event, and he was facing Tozawa. While Tozawa was still wearing the ninja outfit.
Yes,
You
the
said
racist
You
days.
said ninja, right?
Tozawa.
Yeah,
Tozawa. He's still carrying on that feud with Tozawa.
That'd be funny.
No, he does. He did it tonight. He's like, Tozawa. You ain't fooling me, Tozawa. Oh, wait. Remember when it was almost under the ninja mask? And he's like, you ain't
Yes.
fooling me, Tozawa.
yes, I remember that.
Oh, fuck.
One of the longest running feuds in WWE. Tozawa versus R-Truth.
And R-Truth's one of the only people that's ever made Brock break character in the middle of the ring.
That is correct.
Separated it.
So here's the thing. I guess we're waiting for Blood to get back.
Fuck Blood. I gotta be up early. Let's
I
get it
mean,
rolling.
I was saying earlier, like what can Tony Khan do to turn shit around? Okay. And I think with his own version of the J Cup or of the Super Junior tournament, the Continental Classic is one way to turn things around, to get back to being different, being their own brand in terms of wrestling, being their own offering. He's got to get away from letting the Bucks, steer the ship, and number two.
I said ninja, not the word you're thinking of, Taiwan.
I thought he said midget, but no, he said ninja. The other thing is,
I could say midget.
Jesus,
he's got to get back. Tony Khan has
ask
got
my
to get
husband
back
first
to offering the type of wrestling that attracts a Drew. It's the Moxley versus whatever matches. It's the Bryan Danielson doing the Iron Man matches. It's the pure wrestling that people show up for, but they also need to put some history, some storyline behind it. and not just booking these dream matches just out of the blue, you know. And as far as the Devil is concerned, it's got to be either Adam Cole or it's got to be Jack Perry. It's got to be one of the two. It makes sense if it's Adam Cole because it's Adam Cole screwing MJF. And if it's Jack Perry has to come back as the Devil. He's got to talk about how he's the reason why he's the one who ran CM Punk out of AEW. And here's why I ran him out, da-da-da-da-da. And it'll be fine as long as Tony Khan doesn't make himself Mr. Khan and make himself the heel owner of the organization.
That's never going to happen.
And number 3, Tony Khan has got to stay off Twitter. He's got to shut the fuck up. And he's got to run a business. He has to run the wrestling business. And he's got to stop letting these various superstars do the booking. Now, Bryan Danielson and Moxley, let them do booking. That's fine. Because these guys aren't booking themselves into main events. But when you have the Bucks doing it,
neither were the Bucks, though. I mean, let's be real.
No, incorrect. The Bucks were part of the semi-main event, or part of the main event, or in the middle of major tag team matches for I don't know how many of their pay-per-views. I mean, over and over. If it was a 4-way, if it was a 2-way.
For some of it, yes. But I'm saying the last year they really
matches, cage matches.
Let the Bucks take a break and let Tony Khan tell them, I'm no longer letting you book your matches. We're going to have somebody else do it, or I'm going to do it. But you can't book your matches. Thank goodness being the elite has come to an end.
Now it's the Dark Order.
You know, it's no longer AEW After Dark. You know, they have their 3 shows to focus on. Stop trying to kill Collision. Let Collision be its own show. Stop trying to do these head-to-heads and we're going to beat NXT. Stop talking about WWE. Stop talking about NXT. Stop trying to beat the WWEC show and call it a victory. Do your own shit and keep the competition out your mouth. Use the talent that you have. And they've got a shitload of talent. They technically have a bloated roster, but they have so many shows that they can spread the roster around and they can have individual dedicated shows to certain people. And also do something with Ring of Honor. Make Ring of Honor a show. Don't just have like a couple people from Ring of Honor on this show, a couple people from Ring of Honor on that show. I mean, have your Ring of Honor on a Ring of Honor show, because that's why you bought them, to preserve the company.
Remember how big of a deal it was when Tony Khan first bought Ring of Honor, where fans thought that he was going to do something with it, and
they thought he was going
to. I thought I was going to buy the Ring of Honor club and fucking be watching the show every week.
Exactly. They thought that he was going to have the Ring of Honor tape library, and he was going to make like a WWE network, but an AEW network with Ring of Honor on there and these other promotions, and these guys were going to get their shine. And that's not what happened. He just got Ring of Honor so that he could have a couple dudes that are AEW dudes defend the belts on occasion, but not really mean nothing, and going about their business. And when you have Samoa Joe dropping the TV title for Ring of Honor and just saying, fuck it, and going on about his business, that's not paying homage to this organization that you said was so important to the fans. Give Ring of Honor its due, give them their own show, and showcase a lot of their lesser known wrestlers who need to be on TV and not on an AEW program, but on a Ring of Honor program. Get rid of Rampage and make it a Ring of Honor show. You know, he's got so much talent at his disposal that he's not using, and he's always talking about WWE this, WWE that. Use what you have. Put on the best shows that you can, or the best shows that you want to, and use the talent that you've got, and just do your part of business. I get it. He doesn't want to be another MLW. He doesn't want to be another TNA. He wants to be this strong, like not even number 2. He wants to be like number 1B. Dude, you've been around for like what, 4 or 5 years? You're not 1B yet. You're still number 2C. Because quite honestly, if TNA got a better TV spot, they'd be better than you. So just go ahead, do what you do best, grow your audience, even if it's a niche audience, and just roll with that. You're gonna make money. And I know controversy is cash, but make your money and be controversial later.
You know why Impact Wrestling's been around for so long? Because they don't fuck with nobody.
They don't bother nobody.
It's like I always tell people, it's like Canada. Canada. You know why Canada is so peaceful?
Because they don't allow blacks.
Because they don't. I'm from Canada. Shut up. Because we don't start no fucking trouble.
Correct.
How many wars has Canada been in? Think about that for a second. How many times you hear Canadians are starting to fucking riot over here in the United States? Canada's threatening the United States. How often do you hear that? Oh wait, you don't. You know why?
The Un-Americans, Lance Storm, Christian Cage,
Oh, Jesus
Tess, and
fucking
William
Christ.
Regal.
The point I'm making, like I'm being serious. The point I'm making is this:
I know.
like Tony Khan had a great thing going.
Yes.
Still does.
Yeah.
Still does.
Yes.
It will be a great thing if he left people the fuck alone. If you just concentrate on what you are doing, don't worry about what the fucking dude down the street is doing, and don't talk about the dude down the street. Because honestly, if someone's like, dude, Drew fucking sucks, bro. He's fucking horrible at what he does. Man, you know what? Don't go listen to that motherfucker. He's so horrible. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to tune in to find out why he's so horrible. And then when I find out, damn, he's not horrible at all. Fuck, I've been missing out on this the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So think about that shit. It's stupid. And Tony needs to stay off the internet. Okay? Please. Tony, stop fucking around on Twitter. Tony, I'm going to say this, and please, guys, know that I'm not being political, but Tony is the Donald Trump of wrestling. Because he gets on social media and he starts running his fucking mouth, and people are like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, no one wants to hear his shit. Like, for instance, on Saturday, we're watching Survivor
probably
Series.
1,000 other people I could compare him to before Donald Trump.
But you get what I'm saying, because he's annoying. On Twitter, he's fucking annoying. Like, he's someone who's just like, dude, shut the fuck up. We're watching Survivor Series, and I just happened to scroll through Twitter, and Tony Khan's like, hey guys, check out we're going live right now on the best wrestling show on today, Collision. And people were seriously like, Tony, dude, we're watching Survivor Series. Go shut up.
Here's the thing though, like you can't be mad at the promoter for promoting his show on Twitter. Like Tony Khan does a lot of stupid shit on Twitter, but him promoting Collision isn't one of them, even if Survivor Series is on.
I'm not saying like that was wrong for him to do, but to be like, oh, Vince McMahon's a fucking child predator. He's just a fucking predator.
Yeah.
Hey, Ric Flair, come on my show today.
Yeah, that's fair criticism, but to like bring up him tweeting on Saturday during Survivor Series, check out Collision. Yeah, of course he's going to. And of course, if he said the best wrestling show tonight, of course he's not going to say, oh, turn on Collision. The second best wrestling show.
I get that. But what I'm saying is, when you get to a point where you're just so annoying, you get to like the point where you're just so fucking shitty and so dumb with the stupid shit you say, no one's gonna give a fuck. No one's gonna care. You're gonna keep people are just gonna like bypass. Oh, scroll past this motherfucker.
Right. But yeah, that's valid. But I'm just saying, using his tweet on Saturday as
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like in general, when you're saying stupid shit constantly over and over and over and over again, people are going to see your name pop up like, it's going to be something stupid. And that's it. I have this major announcement today at fucking 8:43. I'm going to say it's 8:43. Everybody tune in and listen. People are going to be like, major announcement? God damn it.
Here's the other. Well, I mean, he's a promoter. How everyone's going to talk about, come, this is going to be the best show we've ever put on. It's no different than saying, we got a major announcement, even if it isn't major. That's what promoters do. It's hyperbole. That's the job of a promoter. So I'm not going to hold his feet to the fire for that. A lot of the dumb shit he said leading up to that Tuesday night episode of fucking AEW, hold his fucking feet to the fire for that dumb shit. Putting up the picture of fucking calling Triple H and Shawn Michaels bald bitches or whatever that tweet was.
Yeah.
Talking about Vince McMahon right before signing Ric Flair. That shit I'll hold his feet to the fire for. Now, on the other hand, I also feel bad for the guy because when he tweets about his other businesses, like the Jacksonville Jaguars, it's a bunch of fucking wrestling fans in the mentions of a tweet with nothing to do about wrestling saying corny shit. Josh.
You know why?
I got on Josh's ass today on Twitter.
The Jaguars?
Because he wants to fucking post dumb shit.
The Jaguars, for
on
real?
a post that ain't even wrestling related.
Okay, you want to know why? Because once again, when your name pops up in someone's feed and all you do is talk stupid shit, they gonna jump on you. Like that motherfucker. What's that dude? The WWE guy that the fucking guy that's always talking shit on Twitter. Drew, what's his name? No, the other fucking guy, the one that everybody blocked. The WWE fucking supermarket that talked that stupid guy we all blocked.
Gareth.
Yeah,
there's 100 of them. I bet you I'm gonna hit the right name.
So that guy, you see that guy's name pop up.
Taekwondo.
You see that guy's name pop up. You're just like, this fucking asshole, right? You don't even look at his shit. That motherfucker can be like giving you some fucking breaking news that no one's ever fucking seen, but because his stupid ass says stupid shit constantly, you see his name, you're like, fuck, swipe away. So when you see Tony Khan,
I wish everybody did that instead of people like Gareth,
when you see Tony
or
Khan
like Josh, that would go into his mentions randomly and post a CM Punk gif when he's thanking his Fulham soccer group or whatever.
Exactly.
Josh, but if people,
wow, that's cool. Let's take that shit off.
I didn't mean to click that. I was trying to click off of the other one.
You clicked it again.
Not that one either.
God damn it. Okay, Blood, you click it.
I'm not. Stop clicking it. Shit.
I'm not clicking it.
Well, fine, guys.
You don't have the power, so don't blame me.
I'll leave then.
There you go. Garrett is hilarious because he's stupidity. Yeah. Okay. So once again, like Garrett is hilarious because his stupidity. People are gonna look at every time Tony Khan posts something, they're gonna be like, "Oh, this fucking idiot." Right. He could be like, "My Fulham soccer team, congratulations on this, and this," and like people are genuinely there are people in that group that love the Fulham soccer team, so they're gonna be like, "Oh, this is fucking amazing." Yeah, but you fucking dropped the ball with CM Punk. You're gonna drop the ball with your soccer team too. Someone's gonna do that shit. Or
Josh doesn't sound like that.
The Jacksonville Jaguars.
No, Josh just got to post a game for CM Punk waving.
Yeah, like the Jacksonville Jaguars are having a good game, and someone's posting like, "Oh, they're winning 33-0." Yeah, but remember, CM Punk is 0-2. Remember,
You started to sound like AJ Styles.
I was going for a redneck. But anyway, the point I'm making.
Oh yeah, AJ Styles.
Okay. So the point I'm making is because he does such stupid shit all the time, people are just going to associate him with stupid shit. They're not going to look at him as like, right now he's not looked at as a legitimate businessman. He's looked at as a fucking joke because the rest of the community just sees him as a fucking joke.
That's great. First of all, Josh, okay, for two things. First of all, Josh, did you delete that tweet?
No.
Because I can't find it now.
No, it's still on there. I was just looking at it. It's still there.
Why can't I find my reply to you?
Here it is. Don't be like these internet virgins, Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh. Don't be an internet virgin.
Josh.
Yeah, Josh.
I saw that. I'm like, no, fucking Josh wouldn't do that. That can't be our fucking good old boy Josh doing that. No.
I understand. I made a tweet today talking about how like trolling on Twitter is like funny sometimes. Like if it's like being done in a way that's funny, fine. And I didn't really care about Josh's tweeting.
Josh,
but
being fucking that type of guy, I'm never gonna let you live that down, Josh.
Because there's like the other thing too now with Twitter is everybody's getting on CM Punk, everyone's getting on Sean Rossap and Dave Meltzer's case about CM Punk is not going to be going to WWE and blah 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 when that's not what they said in the first place. and that like people aren't able to say what the truth is, because I got into some spat with some fucking jackass today, and you know, it's apparently it's impossible for Punk to both not be coming into the company, but then talk to Triple H and work out a deal. It's only one or the other. It's either he was always going to come into the company, or he was never going to come into the company. It was like there's nuances to this. There's people having conversations after the fact. Like there's literally evidence of Sean's reporting yesterday and the day prior being true, that virtually no one knew that CM Punk was signing with with WWE, because he only signed the contract the day of Survivor Series.
Triple H even went on the fucking press conference and said it.
Exactly. But regardless of this evidence, there's still fucking dorks on Twitter that are saying, oh, Fightful and Dave Meltzer were worked and all this stupid garbage. Like, that's not the type of trolling. Because I fully believe that person doesn't believe that at all. But they're just saying that because they know that they're going to get a response from Sean. Sorry, I love you, Sean, but I wouldn't do that shit. But they're going to get a response from Sean. They're going to get a response from Sean's followers. And then they get to go, oh, Fightful sent the crew over to QRT me and dunk on me and stuff. Like, they'll throw the stone at the bear 5,000 times, and then the bear will turn around and growl at them, and then they'll go like this, and, oh, no. You know, it's like, and then they'll be like, oh, yeah, you see what that bear just did? You see how the bear just sent the bear family against me? It's like, what are you, that's that type of trolling that's fucking stupid and needs to be eradicated from Twitter.
Okay, so I just want to point out something I just seen.
What?
After Raw went off the air, CM Punk did a Young Buck-like victory lap.
Oh, I wish they filmed that.
They did film it because they put it up on their social media.
No, like.
Oh, on WWE's social media?
Yeah, I
gotta see that.
Where it came from.
Too.
But yeah, he
It's
apparently. I don't know if it's on their social media. I see someone. I'll tag you.
Shot Raw Sapp said just a minute ago, I wish I didn't have to leave. A wise man was told me I'd have to leave to get everything I wanted. I'm back to get everything I wanted out of this place. CM Punk. So he quoted that, and that right there was, of course, what Paul Heyman told him before he left.
Yeah.
So I just, so we can wrap this up here soon, because I do got to be up early in the morning. So fuck y'all. I don't work Mondays. I don't do Monday shows. No.
You do Monday shows every week.
No, I haven't been here the last 2 weeks, so my work schedule's changed. Couple things I want to point out. So Ryan Satin has been one of the biggest fucking Punk haters since he came back to WWE.
Oh yeah,
like just a total douchebag. Which I just asked him, like, he said Punk disrespected him, which I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to get clarification before I get reported if Ryan Satin's barber knew about this Punk situation beforehand. Because
wait, let me say this real quick. NWA posted 13 hours ago. For us, that's it. He's the 2-time world heavyweight champion. They posted a picture of fucking R-Truth.
Yeah, I said, yeah, that was. I know who sent him that to do that. I'm not going to say who.
That's funny.
That would, by the way, that was not the Young Bucks victory lap. That looked nothing like the Young Bucks victory lap.
I do like the fact that Punk's Titantron paid tribute to all of his gimmicks.
Correct.
Yeah. I think that was Survivor Series. I think that's because they didn't have a new Titantron for him. So just every CM Punk video file they had for Titantrons, they threw together.
Dude, that's great though. That's great.
I think that's good.
So 2 things I want to talk. Well, Ryan Satin has now locked his Twitter page and made it private after everyone shit on him for his 3-day binge of CM Punk hatement, which good. Ryan Satin deserves that. The other thing we got to touch on is Sonny has been sentenced
No,
we don't have to fucking talk about that.
yeah, I don't. Nah.
17 and a half years.
That's not enough time.
No, it isn't. I actually watched the whole sentence, and I wish someone should have gave the judge the Iggy and told her to take it home because it just lasted way too long. She should have took it home way sooner than she did. But you know, she went from being the most downloaded woman on the internet to fucking Jabba the Hutt. It's pretty sad. Sad.
What she went from is a nice woman to a fucking woman who drives the car and kills people.
I don't think she was ever
debatable.
Yeah, I don't think she was ever.
She wasn't always a see you next Tuesday. I mean,
yes,
God,
she
damn.
was. Yes, she was.
I met her in 2008. And she was pretty fucking decent.
I met her in 2000. I booked her in 2006, and she was a total cunt. So,
I never wanted to meet her.
So here's the thing, though. Like the reason I bring this up because I think it's a good caution. I know we don't give a fuck about Sunny. Obviously, Sunny deserves to sit in prison for the rest of her life. But I think it's worth bringing up because it needs to be a cautionary tale to people out there. Like,
don't drink and drive.
You know, so not only that, but like, you know, Sunny got away with so much for so long that she thought her actions just didn't have consequences. And that's kind of, you know, just even within the whole CM Punk situation, everything, actions have consequences. And I think that's something people need to pay more attention to in life in general, even outside of our bubble of wrestling. I'm on my soapbox right now, but it's okay. You know, but I think that's something, honestly, we all need, you know, pay more attention to. Actions have consequences. Treat people right. Don't be a cunt like Haley J. That was my whole point.
Wow.
That was my whole point of that.
Wow.
That went south
like
real
J.
quick.
Wow.
Don't be like Haley J. That was my whole point of that whole spiel. One down, one to go.
Okay.
You know, when I was in high school,
One less
this was like
on the street.
2 years
ago,
two or 3 years younger than me. A kid actually drove drunk and killed somebody and never went to jail for it.
Jesus.
I'd never understood that. It was very strange.
I have a friend of mine who just.
Why am
lost
I
a
bringing
family
that up
member the
now? I
same
don't
way.
know.
It had nothing to do with anything we're talking about, but it worked.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So-
That's the
Oh,
fuck
God.
out of me.
So
Your
Let's-
dog's telling me to get off.
So I can't rate Raw because I didn't watch it all. And judging from tonight's episode, I'm gonna go right back to not watching it.
It didn't live up. They're going to get numbers for tonight because Punk was back, but it didn't live up to the hype. I give Raw a D tonight. A Raw D.
Honestly, like, I'm not gonna shit on Raw, but the hype of it being the like the Raw after WrestleMania, I will say that it was better than the Raw after WrestleMania. We had a good Randy Orton match. Believe it or not, Randy Orton made fucking Dominic Mysterio look like a credible fucking champion.
he made Dom look really good.
He made Dom look fucking great. The promo that set it off between him and Rhea Ripley was phenomenal. I was hoping he was on an RKO her. I was like, please, just RKO her. The fans are calling for it. The fans love it. And when he said "Daddy's back" or "Daddy's home," that shit made me laugh my ass off. And then like the shit with him and Jey Uso in the back, that was good because that's a long-term story.
Mhm.
And we complain about long-term story not being brought there. The hype was with the whole thing with Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. That was overplayed. That was too much. The tag team turmoil thing was actually pretty good because you got to see a lot of great tag teams, and you got to see an up and coming tag team that hasn't been in the main picture for titles on the main roster. They look good in their match, although that one spot with the fucking finish was kind of horrible. But they look good in their match. Tegan Knox looked good in her match. Tegan Knox, not the whole team, but Tegan Knox looked good in her match. Was being honest. I think that the big meaty man slapping meat match was sloppy, but it was sloppy good because it was a horrible sloppy ass match, but it was so much fun watching them beat each other's ass and fucking splash the goddamn sound guy over there and fighting the friends and family section. That was great. The CM Punk promo, I'm gonna give it a C. The reason I'm giving that a C is because it wasn't CM Punk that we all expected. It wasn't even CM Punk that we all wanted. But it was CM Punk that
CM Punk in general.
But it was CM Punk that we needed. And the reason why I say we needed him is because the internet wrestling community makes him out to be such a fucking cocksucking douchebag.
But that's what his appeal is.
No. I get that part. I get that part.
Dickhead.
No. I get that part, and I love that about him. But what we needed tonight was for CM Punk to come back and be like, "Hey, check this out. All that shit that happened to AEW, I'm gonna own up to my shit, and I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna be a professional because this is where you make money."
Correct.
That's what we needed to hear. That's exactly what we needed to hear. Not, "Hey, fuck Tony Khan and AEW and fuck the Bucks and fuck you, Seth Rollins and all that." No, we needed him to come back and be like, "I'm here to wrestle. I'm here to make money. Let's fucking go."
We didn't need, obviously we didn't need the whole fuck AEW. We didn't need any of that, but we needed a CM Punk with some bite. There was no bite to CM Punk.
I agree.
That's what makes CM Punk CM Punk. People want the dickhead CM Punk. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to say what I want.
You will get that.
CM Punk.
I guarantee we will get that that fucking unruly miscreant, as fucking Taekwon said. We will get that. We will get that CM Punk. We'll get that CM Punk when the fucking bullshit all the drama. Like this CM Punk is coming into WWE like, "I don't want to cause no drama. I want you fans to know that I don't want to cause no drama. I just want to come to work and have fun and go home."
See, that is not what we needed. We CM Punk, especially with all the hype going into everyone tuning in to CC, you only have one chance to make a first impression. And this was CM Punk's first impression to a new era of WWE. And I feel like he shit the bed with that promo. We could have easily had a Punk come out there, and say, "I'm glad to be back. I am home. But I want you fans to know that the CM Punk you fell in love with, the CM Punk that doesn't bow down to anyone, the CM Punk that comes out here, says what needs to be said, does what needs to be done, is still here." That's what we needed.
That's great and all, and that's pretty much what he should have done. I get that. Trust me, I'm a CM Punk fan from way back. I love the shit talking CM Punk, but right now, as of today, fucking November 27th, 2023, we didn't need that CM Punk tonight.
We did.
We needed a CM Punk to come here and be like, "I'm here for business. Let's get to work."
I feel like you're focusing too much on the business aspect of it.
Right.
Well,
like there needs to be.
It's all about business.
But
it's about business for the people who are actually in the business, making the money that they're making.
You know why?
The people sitting in the audience don't care about humble
bullshit. I'm gonna tell you why.
CM Punk.
I'm gonna tell you why. You're wrong with that. I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Because the internet wrestling community has made it a point. You can't.
How?
They're the ones buying tickets.
No, they're
the ones buying
not.
Tickets.
No, they're not. The IWC is such a small, minuscule section of the actual ticket buy-in wrestling.
Do you think CM Punk's name would have sold all that out if someone was like, "Yeah, he's a fucking asshole, this and that, and all he does is destroy companies and no one wants him"? You're gonna be less inclined to want to do business with someone that everyone says is a scumbag that's going to destroy your fucking company.
Okay, yeah, that's WWE. That's for WWE to worry about. The fans don't give a fuck about that. The fans want the CM Punk they fell in love with.
Okay, you said the fans are going to give a fuck about that, and I'm going to tell you why you're wrong. Look at AEW's fucking shit now.
Yeah,
AEW made that personal. They made it about business, and they put the business out in the street. So now those fans aren't buying tickets to AEW anymore because of the business that they put out in the street.
No, they're
So
not
instead
buying
the fans
tickets. They're not buying tickets because their biggest star, the guy that went out there and told the fans, that spoke what the fans are thinking, isn't there anymore. Now he's in the other company, but he's not saying what the fans are thinking anymore. He's fucking gone corporate. And that's not going to draw new eyes into WWE. If I watched WWE for the first time tonight in 2-3 years because I wanted to see CM Punk come back to WWE and see what he had to say, and that was the promo I got, I would have no reason to turn in next week to see what Punk does.
And I would tell you the reason why I would tune in next week to see what CM Punk has to say is because all the negative shit people said about him, all the drama, all the bullshit, when he came out here and conducted himself like a professional, that made me think, wow, those motherfuckers were really wrong.
No.
Let me see what this motherfucker's all about.
I don't want him to be wrong. I want Punk to go scorched earth because that's the Punk that makes money. Was Punk main eventing as a straight edge society? No. Was Punk main eventing when he first came into WWE? No. When did Punk start becoming a bona fide main eventer?
When he joined the Nexus and left.
Nope,
No,
when he started causing drama.
When he started causing drama. When he started being the voice of the voiceless. Because who doesn't want to fucking go into their job and be like, this place fucking sucks. I hate this place. You blah, 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 blah. They relate to that. Why was Stone Cold so fucking over in the 90s?
True, because everybody wanted to beat their boss up.
With the boss. Because he was saying, screw what you think's right. Screw this, screw that. I'm going to do what I want to do. That's what made Stone Cold the fucking megastar that he was. That's when CM Punk became a bona fide main eventer. When he came out there as a disgruntled employee who didn't give a fuck if what he said got him in trouble. That's the Punk that people want.
But here's the thing. CM Punk doesn't have anything to be disgruntled about just yet. He gave
that's what I'm trying to say.
He gave the big babyface promo about how I'm home, I'm happy to be back. Everybody in the back loves me. Well, not everybody.
You know what?
And it's planting the seeds for the feuds that he's gonna have later on. It's the slow burn. It's the long form storytelling that we always talk about. And
you
so
know what? I'm gonna tell you this.
It's let's tune in next week to see who's the person who didn't want him back. Who is he going to bump heads with? Who is he going to start a feud with? How is Punk going to get to the main event of WrestleMania?
So
let's find that out.
Some people think that yes.
Sinner, you're right. I'm gonna give you your due. You're right. And I'm gonna tell you why I think you're right. Now that I sat back and think about it, remember when CM Punk returned to Chicago last time? I missed you guys. I love you guys so much. I just glad to be back here where I can wrestle. I'm just glad to be able to come here and just do what I want to do in front of my people in Chicago. I love you guys. Same fucking promo we cut tonight.
But it didn't have the edge that it had the first time it came back.
You know why'd have the edge? He had been gone for fucking life and shit, and he came back and he was full of tears and he was fucking emotional. Well, guess what? Now that he's back, now that he's made that fucking that smooth ass transition, now he can be a dick. Now you can get what you want.
Here's the thing, and I'm not saying he should have went full scorched earth tonight.
That's exactly what you're saying.
No, it's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying it needed to have that edge to it that it did not have. It did not have that CM Punk edge in any way, shape, or form. Even if he would have came out there with something as simple as, I spent 2 years elsewhere trying to find myself, and I realized this wasn't me. This wasn't where I belonged. This wasn't home. Now I am home. And yeah, there's people here that don't like me. There's people here that, and go into the promo that he ended up cutting about the brass ring being in his back pocket and all of that. That would have been fine. But I think he needs to have that edge where he acknowledged that, yeah, he's been not even say their name, not even really acknowledge them outside of, I've been somewhere where I didn't feel like I got the chance to, whatever. He could have did that without going full scorched earth and fucking just blowing up the spot with fuck Tony Khan, fuck AEW. Yeah. It could have been something simple. So, Punk is great at taking something simple and saying it without having to say it so everyone knows what he's talking about.
Right. CM Punk has
when he-
never been. Oh, go ahead. Finish your thought. Though.
When he came back to AEW, he didn't mention WWE by name. He said, I had to get away from a place that was making me sick, that I could never get healthy in. He didn't really go full, he didn't really go full fuck WWE in his first promo. But he acknowledged where he's been, why he walked away. He could have did that tonight the same way, and it would have gave that CM Punk edge to it. CM Punk keeps it real. That's what people love about him. That's what the audience relates to. CM Punk keeps it real. And that's what tonight was missing. Tonight sounded like a corporate promo and not a CM Punk promo.
Were you saying that last line right there solidified why that felt too weird for me? And I'm going to be honest again, and I know, again, I'm going to seem like a tribalist and whatever, and fuck you if you think that, because I'm really not that. Not you guys. I'm just saying anybody that listens.
Yeah.
I was very hyped about SmackDown being in Brooklyn on Friday. That didn't do shit for me.
And that's my point. Punk's promo tonight could have someone that's on the fence like Drew. If Punk would have went out there and cut a CM Punk promo, it could have made someone like Drew buy a ticket to the show because, now we have that unexpected Punk back. It could have made someone like Drew tune in every week to see what Punk's going to do next. Tonight made it feel like, this ain't CM Punk. This is
it legitimately. Punk. It felt like like somebody in a CM Punk mask going out there and talking like John Cena.
If CM Punk would have came out there tonight and fucking cut a CM Punk promo, would that have made you inclined to tune in next week to see where he's going with it?
Absolutely. Because that's what I was. And now I'm not saying I am agree. I also agree with you in the sense that I didn't need him to go scorched earth.
Right.
But this was, and it's funny because I'm thinking of another thing that MJF said in the Thanksgiving promo between the two of them. It's like, well, you know what? You may as well have just been preaching hustle, loyalty, and respect.
Yeah.
Because that was the most corporate CM Punk I have ever heard. It may have honestly been, and I don't know his whole entire history of before I joined WWE in 2012 and before, WWE when he was in Ring of Honor. Has he ever cut a promo like that before?
No.
It's, and he said in the promo, he said, "I'm changed." Oh boy, does it really look like it from this promo. Because that was like nothing like a CM Punk promo I've ever seen before.
The problem is, Julian, it didn't reel anyone in.
I think it did.
I don't. Look,
it does for me.
Prime example is Drew, but
because knowing who he is and where he's been and what he typically says, there's a lot of smirking and a lot of winks and nods to the camera that come SmackDown or the next Raw or whatever the next event that he's at. You're gonna start to get that back slowly over time because that's what the fans want. And Triple H gives the fans what they want.
See, this is the thing. We're saying right now, okay, this is just him coming back into the environment again. This is just him doing this to smooth over anything for the business and the business aspect of it. Is it? Is maybe the changed CM Punk that he mentioned in this promo tonight? Is that CM Punk? Maybe that's the CM Punk that we're going to get in this next WWE run.
I think he'll be back to business really soon.
But here's the thing, and like I said earlier, you only have one chance to make a first impression.
He just had to show up.
But showing up is one thing. Survivor Series, he showed up. Memorable. Probably the biggest surprise return since Eric Bischoff.
Cody Rhodes.
No, because people knew there was no guessing if Cody, like people knew Cody was coming back. Way before Mania, people knew Cody was going to be there. People were not sure if CM Punk was actually going to show up. And I think that's the biggest difference. People knew Cody re-signed way before Mania.
And we also could see that he was kind of itching to get back to WWE also.
Right. Same with Bray Wyatt. I mean, Bray Wyatt was an amazing return. People knew Bray Wyatt re-signed. It wasn't a last-minute thing where people were like, well, we're not sure if he's going to show up. You know, we're being told it ain't going to happen. Or
right, and they were doing that music between commercials and before shows started.
They were teasing. They were teasing heavy Bray Wyatt because they had him under contract. CM Punk was a completely holy shit. We didn't think he was actually going to fucking... Because, like, our reaction on the podcast, who reacted like that when Bray Wyatt returned? Because we kind of knew he was coming.
Yeah, we kind of foreshadowed Bray Wyatt coming because all the shit in the arenas and everywhere.
Right.
You know?
And same thing with Cody Rhodes. When he showed up to Mania, it was a nice, but it wasn't really a surprise. It was the pop was from him being back. It wasn't a surprise pop like, oh my God, I can't believe this. It was, thank God he's finally here. And it was the same thing with Bray Wyatt. With CM Punk, it was a, oh my fucking God, I can't believe he's back. When Eric Bischoff showed up on Raw, it was a holy shit, I can't believe he's here.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why, you know, Punk was really the biggest surprise since Eric Bischoff. Because even when Brock came back, you know, back in 2012, like people knew Brock re-signed before he debuted on Raw.
Sure.
That was the first Raw that I saw in over 12 years, probably. That was the first show that I watched again.
Right, and yeah, people knew Brock was coming back. They may not have known when, but they knew Brock had re-signed. Punk was the first, like, totally out of nowhere. We didn't know if he was coming or not. What the fuck? Oh God,
what's going on here?
Our reaction.
Fucking pastries.
Oh.
What? Oh my God!
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh my fucking God! What? Oh shit! Oh, are you kidding me?
Wait.
Is it a joke? Is it a joke?
Is it a joke?
Is it a joke? Oh my God!
Holy shit! All Julie was worried about was me cutting off my
Wait. Here's the best part.
You fucking called it, Drew. You fucking called it.
Did I fucking tell you? What did I fucking tell you?
Drew comes out with the what did I fucking tell you?
First of
I had
all,
to turn my
Mr.
camera on
I
for that
told
one.
you so.
all Julie was worried about was me cutting off my penis.
Hey man, a deal's a
Not
deal.
back in the moment.
A deal's
Now,
a deal.
now listen, though.
Deal's a
And
deal.
you know what you get for that?
I said as soon as Ryback retires, I'll cut it off.
Judge that reaction from 2 nights ago, and now the reaction to this promo tonight.
All right. We were all excited. I think I can speak. We were all excited about his return, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that video was proof enough. We're not all excited about this promo tonight.
Mm-mm. The only thing
Now,
I liked
and
about
I'm
that
thinking
promo
of,
was
like,
they mentioned AJ Lee.
That was a nice moment. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he said, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money." Like,
That I like.
For me, that was the best part. The only thing I really needed from him.
You know what? And that's my whole point right there. You saying that was the best part because that was a little sprinkle of that old CM Punk after a very non-CM Punk promo. That's what I'm saying. He didn't have to go full score, scorched earth, yeah. He didn't have to go all that.
Did you hear anything that we were saying while you were gone, or were you?
I was listening.
Okay.
I have the Twitch page up too.
You know, he didn't have to do that, but he just, something acknowledge. That's what was CM Punk's biggest appeal is acknowledge he acknowledges the shit from his past. Like he's not one to fucking sugarcoat things and be like ignore what people have been talking about, but he did that tonight.
He talked about being the truth. And I went back and watched his second return, the Collision promo. I watched it yesterday of like how he's like, big smiles and taking, the little pot shots at the Bucks and stuff. And then the line that he said about, if you feel like I owe you an apology, here's the apology. I'm sorry that you feel like you're owed an apology. Because the only people that are softer than you are the wrestlers that you like.
Right. I'll tell you what.
Where the hell was that CM Punk tonight?
Right. But you know what? You know what would have been even better? If fucking CM Punk walked out to that ring tonight with a red bag in his hand and just fucking threw it in a trash can.
I was telling the mod that today too.
Look, if he would have did that, even if he would have did that, walked out with the red bag, threw it in the trash can, and cut that same promo that he cut tonight,
night and day.
That would have made a huge difference, and I would have been like, yes, I'm here for that.
I didn't even think about that. That would have been a good way to start that promo.
Like, yeah, he didn't have to fucking go all fuck Tony Khan, fuck AEW. Just do something to give me that. Just let me see some of that old CM Punk in you. That CM Punk that made you the fucking top selling guy in AEW by a long shot. Look at that made him the top selling
guy in WWE 10 years ago.
He needs to be more rebel. Exactly. Look at CM Punk was a top seller in AEW. The next person, like the number 2 on the list, was so much farther below him. It was crazy. Look at all those CM Punk shirts in the audience tonight. People had to buy those at the merch stand.
Yep.
How much money did they make alone off CM Punk t-shirts tonight?
From on their shop and there.
Like when I go to Raw in 2 weeks, if they have a CM Punk shirt, even though I already ordered one online, if they have a different CM Punk shirt there,
buy another one. I'm
gonna fucking buy another one.
Yeah. I'm
gonna fucking eventually my fucking 7-day-a-week wardrobe is just gonna be CM Punk shirts. If you think I'm not gonna go on fucking PWTs and buy fucking the shirts I like before they close that store down, come on now.
I understand that there's a segment of wrestling fans that are cool with what played out tonight. And that these are the same wrestling fans that are tuning into Raw and SmackDown and WWE programming every week. And I always say, listen, you like that? That's fine with me.
Right.
I'm never going to be one of these tribalistic shitheads that's like, AEW or nothing and WWE in the mud and all this stupid bullshit that goes around Twitter and social media in general. I am fine with anybody that thinks that this is what that this is the right thing. That's fine. I have no problems with that. And again, hater, that's not what we're saying.
Right. No one's saying fucking a pipe bomb promo. Have you not been paying attention to the last 20 minutes where we just explained it?
Obviously
God damn it, Drew. Get better acoustics in your closet so he can hear us.
He's in Josh's closet now. What are you talking about?
He ain't in my closet anymore.
Well, you know what? The poorest can't afford insulation, so I understand it. It just probably went right through the cracks in the walls.
Wow.
Here's the thing, though, and here's my biggest thing. And WWE does this a lot, and this is their biggest problem. They had so much momentum Saturday from Punk appearing, and then when the people tuned in tonight, they did not give them anything to make them keep coming back. They should have been able to gain a whole new fan base off of tonight, and I feel like they missed the mark, and that's the issue.
I don't know about that. I think they're going to have the fan base that they already had, and then people who want to see CM Punk.
They're going to be the fan base that.
Judging from my timeline, I don't know, because there were people on my timeline that were hyped as hell for tonight, and are feeling exactly the same as me and Sinner.
So I get that you guys are feeling disappointed. Trust me, I get it. I'm a little disappointed in the way it went down too. I mean, I'm a CM Punk fan. I'll tell you straight up, I'm a little disappointed in the way it went down as a wrestling fan. But as a business person, someone in the business, I understand why it went this way. You know,
in a sense, I can also understand why in a business sense.
Let it play out. Let it play. I hate that fucking phrase. God damn it. I hate that phrase, but it's fucking true. Let it play out. Because at the end of the day, it's gonna play out. We're gonna see what's really gonna happen.
Look here, if
Judge his promo tonight, first time back in almost 10 years, versus the promo that he cut the first time he came back in general. They are completely opposite of each other.
Well, here's the thing, okay? If I'm a big fan of a show and the show gets canceled, but the show comes back 5 years later, but the show is absolutely nothing like the show that captured my attention, I'm not going to let it play out. I'm not going to keep watching it. If it doesn't entertain me like it used to, I have no reason to tune back in next week.
Then you're going to miss something really fucking good, because I'll tell you this. I was a fucking diehard Dexter fan. I loved Dexter. That was the best fucking TV show on, because it was realistic. My dad is a forensic fucking medical examiner, and the shit that Dexter was doing, like that shit would legitimately be real.
But
so I was like,
killing
wow.
people too?
No, my dad's no. But the point I'm making,
you just incriminated your father.
The point I'm making is this: when the first Dexter series ended, I was like, fuck. And then they were like, we're gonna bring back Dexter 2.0, and I was like, this is gonna be fucking horrible. And I watched the first couple episodes, and it was slow as fuck. But then, like that third episode kicked in, I was like, here we go, let's fucking go. And those rest of those episodes were actually fucking good. You can't go and watch a superhero show. You watch the first Batman with Michael Keaton, and you think, oh, that's great. But then the next Batman comes out, and you're like, damn, Val Kilmer's a little bit better. I'm going to go ahead and watch this one. Then you're like, this one, oh, shit, that's a little bit better. You see what I'm saying? You can't expect the same thing every fucking time. And then you get
fucking bad nipples.
Cool
wow.
Body.
Don't you ever bring that shit up again.
Well, here's the thing. Like I've said it a million times tonight, you only have one chance at a first impression.
I get it. I agree with you. I agree with you. A first impression for all the new people.
Yeah.
Not even just the new people, but the people who were tuning in tonight thinking
for the first time in a long time.
That you would genuinely not get a pipe bomb promo Punk or a scorched earth Punk, but Punk. And this didn't even feel like Punk.
Right.
So that's why I'm feeling let down. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not wasting my money on SmackDown because
this was corporate man Punk.
It really was the most corporate I have ever seen this guy. And it wasn't it was like I was saying while you were off camera before. It's legitimately the MJF promo come to life of preaching hustle, loyalty, and respect.
Yeah, the PG Punk. Yeah.
It's
he
like
just came out wearing a tux.
Right.
It's like he could have came out wearing a suit, honestly. Yeah. And just like, hey, you know, WWE PLE live event, blah blah blah, whatever. Like it sounded what I said before. Now that I keep thinking about it, it really just felt like somebody in a CM Punk mask. It was John Cena in a CM Punk mask, is what it was. It was legitimately like a John Cena promo coming from CM Punk.
I keep on saying, give him time. This was the introduction. This was him coming out and doing the babyface promo, but he did it enough winks and nods on the camera that you know that I'm straight edge and I'm better than you. It's coming.
Let him settle in.
Give it time. Give it time.
Most people aren't going to give it.
We were right about AEW. We said give it time. We were right about Triple H is taking over the booking. We said give it time.
What if what if the I'm not here to make friends, I'm here to make money is I'm just going to do whatever Triple H tells me, and I'm going to make a boatload of money from it.
I mean, that could be it also.
No, but controversy is cash. So he's going to do whatever it takes to, I mean, pretty much CM Punk in the main event against Seth Rollins. However they get there, it's going to be money. It's going to get paid.
Yeah.
People want to see CM Punk wrestle, not just cut promos.
I think
he's going to come in. He's going to do what he does best, and the promos that lead up to his matches, much like the semi-main event he had with Undertaker at WrestleMania, that is what he's going to do. He's going to be that annoying dude who talks a lot of shit and gets under your skin. That's what he's going to do, and it's going to be great because that's what he did before.
I think the real truth is going to be
Our truth.
Tomorrow when we see the ratings, or whenever we see the ratings for this week's Raw, and then when we compare those to next week's ratings for Raw, I think that is going to definitively say if that promo did not help WWE at all.
I'll agree with that. And
If-
I don't
if
give a
they
shit
hit-
about rating stuff, but I agree with you 100%.
If they hit, 2.8 million, 3 million tonight, and then next week they're back to whatever Raw's general number is, which I
I
think
say
is
like 1.9 to 2 million.
Yeah, 1.9 to 2. If they're back down to that number again next week, that means that everyone that tuned in to see CM Punk were disappointed, and it gave them no reason to tune back in.
I don't necessarily think they're disappointed. I think it's the curiosity factor. I mean, anybody who saw CM Punk in AEW tuned in hoping to hear CM Punk shit on AEW and do another pipe bomb on WWE. And that's not what he's going to do because WWE's platform or WWE's practice is not to talk about other organizations. So he's there to get to business and to move on and get into the feuds he's going to get into. So he's definitely going to get a bump from the curiosity factor, but I don't expect it to be sustained. I don't expect him to be Raw to be at 2.5 for the next 6 weeks or 8 weeks going into Mania.
No,
I think they'll be elevated, but they're not going to be. I don't think they're going to get as big a bump continuously as what they got tonight.
here's the thing, and I'm going to call bullshit on what you just said, Julian, where WWE's practice is not to talk about the other companies, because I remember the Huckster and the Nacho Man.
I knew you were gonna fucking bring
I
this.
remember
That was a long time
I
ago.
remember fucking DX rolling up in a tank
Billionaire Ted, brother.
to fucking
Hey,
WCW at the North
Like your people
Arena.
say about slavery, that was a long time ago.
You people. Well, we even go better there. Who was it that said Vince will buy that little pissant company you're working for
Triple
and
H.
fire you again?
Hold on. It could happen.
What if Vince fucking sold WWE and uses that money to buy AEW? Jesus Christ.
That would be completely out of. That would be Vince just like, I feel like pissing some money away. I'm gonna do the most spiteful thing I can do before having to stick my dead
Tony
hand down
Khan
the grave.
would never sell it to
No.
Vince McMahon.
No.
So-
Is AEW privately held or publicly held?
Private.
Okay, so he doesn't have to,
Yeah.
because the minute he goes publicly held, they'd be like, Tony, that's not your call.
Right. Yeah, no.
Now, what
Tony
Hader said about Punk Spencer's first AEW promo beating WWE down.
Correct.
The point of his promo was not to beat WWE down. The point of his promo was to the things that he mentioned. But the things that he mentioned, in my mind,
Yeah,
was
because
never
he
to.
didn't want to get sued again. That's why.
Yeah, I feel his first promo in WWE, and which I wish he did his first promo in AEW, which I wish he would have did tonight. He didn't completely bury WWE. He acknowledged his past and why he did what he did. That's what I wanted tonight. Just acknowledge that I'm home because I went other place.
The same way why Tony Khan can't legally say anything might be the same reason why Punk can't legally say anything, except for Punk's not going to say, "Oh, I'd love to bury those other guys tonight, but legally I can't do so."
But legally,
just
it
not
would
gonna
be
say it.
mentioning them by name, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So his
No, but what I'm saying is WWE is just like, okay, we're just not going to talk about him.
but
We're
here's
just,
the-
it's like
you don't have to talk about him to acknowledge it.
But
He
Co-
simply
well, wait.
could have said,
they're not gonna
Cody's
acknowledge him, period.
Cody's first promo back, he got to acknowledge it.
how
Why
many
doesn't
times
Punk?
has Cody brought up AEW? How many times have they brought up AEW on commentary during Cody's stuff without directly bringing them up?
However, everybody was expecting CM Punk to just shit on AEW,
He didn't
and
have
that's
to.
not what happened. That's
I was not.
and they
expecting-
said and they said we're going to do something else. We're
Here's
going to
the
go.
thing.
We're going to go to business. We're going to make money.
But you make money by drawing in fans. He didn't have to shit on AEW.
But
What I wanted and what he gave in his first AEW promos was he acknowledged his past. He said, I was at a place where I wasn't healthy and I couldn't get healthy by staying at the same place that made me sick. That he didn't bury WWE. He just said, hey, he acknowledged. If he would have came and said, I'm home, and said, I tried to make a home somewhere else, but I realized that wasn't the place for me.
or if he said,
Nobody-
or if he said, for the last few years I've been in the jungle dealing with boys, but now I'm not.
Not even that, but just being.
Oh,
But not even that, but just saying, I'm home. I tried to make my home elsewhere, and I realized it wasn't the place for me because there's only one place I truly belong. That would have been a CM Punk.
What
promo.
he did tonight by not acknowledging any part of the last 2 years, not one iota of the last 2 years, and made it seem like he left wrestling January 27th, 2014,
Correct.
and just showed up again for the first time in
Correct.
almost 10 years.
Correct.
oh, like he
Was
did when he went
very-
to AEW.
It felt very disingenuous.
Yeah,
What?
Punk-
Come on. But you know where he's been.
but Punk has always been the one to acknowledge. Like, I think that's where the disconnect is. Is Punk has always been one to acknowledge his past, no matter.
Okay, but what he did say is that a wise man told him, in order for you to appreciate where you are, you have to leave, and then you got to come back. And that
That
statement
doesn't
right
acknowledge the last 2 years of his
No,
career at all.
It does. It does. It does because it's back to the whole grass is greener thing. And he said the grass is greener thing when he was in AEW. And that's just him saying, I was someplace else. I saw what it was, but this is home. This is where I want. This is where I need to be. And then he started in with the, I'm here to compete. I'm here to, be a champion. I'm the best in the world. Other people said they're best in the world, but now that I'm here, yada, yada, yada. So he's here to set up matches for the future, and he's here to make money and do matches and draw in the crowds.
I cannot wait for the Seth fucking CM Punk promo where CM Punk says,
Boom.
"You're so mad that I'm here. Why don't you try going elsewhere? Because I've been there, and trust me, you won't survive."
Now, if he
That
says
was-
some shit like
Or
that,
trust
that's
me,
your
the
CM
grass
Punk.
isn't always greener.
right.
There's
Like,
you
he
wanna
says
have
that.
what
He said,
And he
he's
can
gonna
say,
say,
if you don't like it there, cry me a river.
I don't think he's gonna acknowledge that, but
I don't
Oh, he
think
should.
it.
He should.
no, he shouldn't.
Although it is interesting that sign that was allowed in tonight. I thought that was a little weird.
That's hilarious.
Here's the thing I would love to see is fucking Punk doing the fucking redo. Have Punk and Miz in there and just redo the MJF promo. Like, you're a second-rate MJF. He's like, you want to?
Wow.
Grass ain't always greener on the other side. You want to go over there and maybe rent a buy one get one free hard cam empty section event? Be my guest. All right, let's wrap this up.
All right, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've been talking way too long about this now.
Hey, you know what? We've had some good discourse.
No, I enjoyed it though.
Yeah.
I did too.
I mean, as long as we all
you,
acknowledge
Drew.
I'm completely right and that everyone else was wrong except for Drew. Me and Drew were completely right. Everyone else is wrong. As long as we acknowledge that,
I'd like to point out that Drew had on his camera this whole time. That's what's
he
wonderful.
did.
Yeah.
He did. We got
He
to see that.
he wants to be seen with us.
My new. I mean, you can tell I'm not in the same spot that I used to be. But my bookcase is still behind me.
I'm not in my dog spot. I'm not in my liver
dog
spot.
Yes,
Hey,
my
you know
husband's desk
what?
is actually right behind the bookcase now, but he's not there. But
You know what?
I was
And
like, okay, I'm going to be doing this. So you go
I thought about something today
What?
about the Bucks, and I want to do business with CM Punk. And you know what it made me think about? Fucking Sid Vicious stabbed Arn Anderson and tried to kill him, and they still worked together afterwards. So fucking someone talking shit about you at a press conference ain't that big a fucking deal.
Hawk
CM
and
Punk-
Animal, the
CM
Road
Punk,
Warriors, perhaps the best tag team in the fucking world at one time, could not stand each other, could not be in the same fucking building, but won every tag team championship known to fucking man at that time. So people who can't work together, go suck an asshole, because you know what? If you're a professional, you would work with a motherfucker. You would slice. You work with a motherfucker. You wouldn't piss on if they were on fire to put them out. But if it was money to be made, you would fucking work with that person.
oh no, my point was CM Punk should have stabbed the Young Bucks.
Wow.
That was
Damn.
Damn.
Damn. You trying to get people put in jail.
You know
not
what? Hey,
fired.
wait a minute. Sid stabbed Arn in England.
That doesn't make it right.
Backstage and all in, Punk should have stabbed Jack Perry.
That was,
Damn it.
I mean, I won't disagree with that, but that doesn't make it right.
Hey, he likes repeating
Wow.
history.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen,
Those are
comments are sinners'
sinners'
comments alone.
comments.
Did you not reflect those on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling
Pro Wrestling
Podcast?
Podcast.
I'm just saying. Punk likes to go old school.
Damn.
He should have
I don't
stabbed
think
Jack
that
Perry in England.
Old school. I don't think that old school.
And now that
Okay.
Randy Orton's back, he can go back to burning down people's houses.
Oh my God, Randy Orton can shit in their bag and CM Punk can strangle them. Yes, we're back, baby.
Did we just get a raid right now as we're about to go off the air?
Oh no!
Great Shadow Legend.
Great Shadow Legends.
Ronda Rousey.
How many,
man.
did we get a raid? 'Cause,
Oh, yeah.
God,
It's
Yeah.
so
we just-
great.
Hey,
missed like an hour-long CM Punk
Right.
conversation.
go back and watch the episode. If you just now, oh my God, we got 30. What the fuck? Now we're going to go off the air when we got all these people.
Ladies and gentlemen, go subscribe to the Roundtable Pro
God.
Wrestling POD.
Damn it.
Go
Go
subscribe.
back, watch this episode, watch the Discord we had. Fucking, just watch the fucking talk we had. We're not going to rehash it.
Raid
I
Shadow
would
Legends
say-
presents Drew McIntyre.
Everyone that's in the chat, before we go, everyone in the chat that just joined us, CM Punk's promo tonight, hit or miss?
Yeah, go ahead. Hit us with that.
In
Hit
the
or
chat,
miss.
let us know.
Yes,
CM
please
Punk's
let us know
promo,
that.
Hit or
Please.
miss?
And you
Hit
guys
or
missed the
miss?
entire discussion about Sasha Banks coming back. So just go look back in the show and you'll find that out too.
Sasha,
like
Okay.
you know,
We got 2
staying
hits so
away.
far.
Hits.
Simple to
Okay.
the point.
So
Yeah.
great.
Simple to the point. Okay.
Okay, is that just the same person? Fucking. Okay, Drew, we may have been wrong. Fuck. Okay, but here's my question: do you guys watch Raw
Real
every
shit.
week? Before tonight, were you guys watching Raw every week as it is?
That would be the tell.
The
course
Yeah,
people,
they
that right there be
saying,
the tell.
the people saying it's a hit. Do you watch Raw weekly? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, both of them said yes. So there we go. It didn't drag in new fans.
Okay, do me a favor, guys.
already
Go
watched.
like, go follow, go subscribe to this channel right now. Roundtable Pro Wrestling POD. Go subscribe. Look, we're here every Monday and Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday for Collision and all pay-per-views. Go subscribe to us. If you guys are wrestling enthusiasts like we are, you want to come play trivia, we'll be here live Wednesday at 7 p.m.
Oh,
because the mix master of trivia himself,
That's a hell of a
Chemical
time.
Julian. Yeah, man,
And
we have
you're-
so much fun.
Trivia world champion.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
There we go.
I'm thinking I'll be 16-time. You know what? One thing. Okay, I want to bring this up because I wanted to bring this up, but I wasn't here for the pay-per-view.
You forgot to chop off your
I-
penis because you said that CM Punk came back. You're going to castrate yourself live on
Yeah.
the stream.
I
Yeah,
said
live
when
on stream.
Ryback retires, I will do that.
Okay, well,
AEW is the only company to actually acknowledge how many world titles Ric Flair has
Oh.
won.
Sarah,
Yes.
someone's calling you out.
I'm the best. Oh, let's go. Push play the DJ.
Well.
Look here.
Oh shit.
Wednesday
Let's
night.
go.
Wednesday night,
Okay, Papa.
bring that ass here, boy, because you ain't beating me in no trivia.
I beat him
This should be
once.
fun.
Shut up, Josh.
You
That
might have
Josh
buried
beat
me
me
on
once.
this. You might have
Josh
buried me today, but at least I could say this: I beat you in trivia. One
Josh
time.
beat me at trivia because it was a fucking Thanksgiving Day
Oh
fucking
God,
trivia.
here we go. Here we go.
I am the winner of Black History Month trivia. I am the winner of Gay Pride Month trivia.
Well,
If
you
you put-
could
and if
tell
you
from
put
our
the two
truth,
together-
the Pope,
I am a gay black man.
but you still couldn't tell
But
No,
between
you still thought that the Pope
the
was
Pope was our truth.
God damn it, they look this. It's not my fault they look the same.
And you thought Little Richard was Johnny B. Bad. Get out of here.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, those comments are his comments alone. They do not reflect those of the Roundtable
shut
Pro
up.
Wrestling Podcast.
I'm a bad man.
Look here. Look here.
Thank you for following Push Play
First
to
of all-
DJ.
Thank you for
Thank
showing
you.
us everybody.
Appreciate it.
Johnny B. Bad was the greatest African American television champion in WCW history.
Wow.
He was probably the only one.
That
Yeah.
he wasn't even
Well, Booker T was there too,
White.
but you know he hates black people, so
he's white. Just like Taz. When I found out Taz was white,
What?
he's not for the culture. I was like, you know what? I did not win Black History Month trivia for Taz to be out here looking all black and not being black.
Sinner was ringside at the ECW show trying to high five Taz wearing a Black Lives Matter shirt, and Taz walked right by him. He was like, "But wait,
Right now, I high-fived him and I'm like,
but
wait a minute. No, that ain't true. That's when I found out he wasn't actually black. I high-fived him and was like,
Sinner looked at Hook and was like, "Oh, he must be mixed."
did he adopt Hook? Oh
Right.
no.
Look at-
here's
man,
how I
look at
knew
Taz,
Taz.
just
Here's how
helping
I
out
knew
the community,
Here's how I
adopting
found
kids.
Here's how I found out Taz wasn't black. I went to the ECW show. I saw Taz. I smacked his hand. I'm like,
You
wait
s-
a minute. That wasn't ashy at all. You're not black.
Sinner said, "He's eating potato salad with raisins in him."
But
Yeah, I
but
was
now my
wrong.
hand is more orange for some reason.
he was like, Taz, you ain't invited to the picnic.
You ain't
Sinner
coming
said
Left
this-
some of the tanner off of him, and you thought,
Sinner
oh
was,
well, now
Sinner
it
was
makes
sitting there
sense.
smoking a menthol, and Taz like didn't ask for one. Sinner
Right.
was
I'm like, oh, you ain't black.
He was like, motherfucker, what you smoking? Menthol? Oh, I don't like
I
that.
went to the liquor store and Taz was
don't do
walking
that.
into the grocery store next door. And I'm like, you ain't coming to the liquor store? Oh, he ain't black.
Yeah, he walked right past the check cashing place.
Wow.
He didn't even stop at the liquor store. He went to the bank to cash his check. Ain't no black man doing that.
Taz is like, "I got a bank account. What are you talking about?"
Can we
And he ain't sharing with his mom.
Yeah, do you share with your mom?
can we not scare away to new people, please?
We're kind of scaring people away now.
Wow.
worry.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Don't
thank you
worry.
for joining us here on the
We have the
Roundtable Pro
good
Wrestling
ones on this
Podcast.
show, guys.
Trivia
yes.
Wednesday, 7:00.
We'll see you guys Trivia Wednesday, 7 p.m. live
PST.
here on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling
PST.
Podcast. In other words,
Push
ladies and
Play
gentlemen,
DJ,
go follow
you
us.
might be the one
Yes.
to defeat Sinner in trivia.
That ain't
You
gonna
might be
happen.
the one.
I want somebody to
Roundtable
finish.
podcast. We have the good ones.
PayPal,
Good
Chemical
one.
Julian, come get your answers right now.
Peace.